Hi guys, how is everybody? I'm not happy, not a bit. I'm really seriously thinking about shutting this thing down. I've never felt this frustrated in my entire life, ever. Ever. I honestly am rattled. But firstly, I want to thank everyone for coming in. Hi Josie, hi Joanne, hi Shannon, hi Denise, hi Jody Sue, hi Rosemary and Crime. I'm sorry guys, I'm just really flat, deflated, sad, and I just can't believe this has turned to shit the way it has. Like, it's so unnecessary. It's miscommunication, and I'm not going to be bullied into taking a side. I'm just not. As far as this waiver goes, Scott, I've tried to get his attention in his chat and he doesn't see. There's so many comments flying past so quick, but Cam is the one that misspoke. I just want to say my interpretation of this. I don't want to get involved. I'm not going to take sides, but enough. Cam said on the video that Scott shared, yes, Scott is 100% right. That's exactly what Cam said, okay? But he didn't send that to Tiffany. And Tiffany has tried to say, that's not what he sent me, Scott. You know, that's purely where it's gone haywire right there. And it's just got blown up into something that it shouldn't be. And now I just feel like the whole thing has been tainted. Like, it's about summer, people. Let go of this bullshit. Like, just stop. 3 hours. And then, okay, you wanted to say your piece. Get on, get it out of your chest, if that's the way you want to deal with it, guys. But for fuck's sake, remember what we're all here for. And I'm sorry I'm swearing, but I am literally shaking with upsetness, or whatever you want to call it right now. It's not okay. It's about summer, and it's about the big picture, not who sent a fucking waiver to whoever. Like, move on. Someone got it wrong at the end of the day. Let's just stop it. I'm not going to, like, I've been into a Discord channel this morning, and virtually people are insinuating, because I went in there, that I'm a mole, and I'm not going to be put in that position. I'm just not. If I go into a Discord channel, it's because I want to. If you don't want me there, block me. But I'm not going to play, oh, because you're talking in Scott's chat, you're against Tiffany Marie. I'm not doing that shit. Or vice versa. It's just schoolyard drama. And it's taken everything off, all the good that has happened over the last week. with this fundraiser that everyone has put hours and hours and hours into to produce a good thing, you know? It's just pathetic, and I just can't handle it. It's not okay. And this is what I was worried about when the Orrin and Orson West case was happening with all the channel creators and everything. And I thought, do I really want to go into that sort of thing, you know? And now I'm just thinking, why? Why even bother? I wanted to be involved with the fundraiser because I think it's that reward fund has sat at $40,000 for 4 months and never moved. Did anyone see it raising? Yeah, I know it does, Miss Justice. I understand that, but everything is so transparent that it's going to go to the reward fund. I don't see, like, Chase has even organised for an attorney to witness everything, for him to go walk into that bank with Chase 423 Chase to witness that money going in there. You can't be any more transparent than that, can you? Like, I just don't understand why such a little thing. And I get why they think Tiffany Marie has held back, but she didn't hold back the waiver because she wasn't sent the waiver. If Cam said she did, then he's told another porky. And Cam, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you said it on that video. That is all the proof I need that you did say that. Period. Doesn't mean I don't like you. I have no opinion on what people do on their channels unless it's attacking me or being nasty about Summer. Raz says, this is why 501c3 and 4 exists. It ends most of the arguing going on now, but opens a whole other level of arguments. But it's not about the actual money, you know? It's about this fucking waiver. That's what it's all about. Cam sure seems like the source of the untruths. Raz, Scott played the video 3 times this morning. I can remember even being in Scott's chat a couple of days in after they had to take the merchandise down, and I will sit there and go through a 12-hour live till I find that comment to screenshot just to back up what I'm saying, because I'm not going to come on here and verify that, yes, I've seen this, but I will find it and I will screenshot it where Cam said in the chat he has got the waiver, not that Don and Candace are signing the waiver. He had it. So why come on to someone's chat and lie if you don't have it? Yes, we do want Summer found, Shannon. I don't want to throw all this away just because of that. And I know, you know, but on the mental side of it, you just sit back and think, why am I even? Not today, as Jody Sue would say. The waiver, Rhonda. Hi, Rhonda. Welcome. Hi, Crime and Justice. I'm not ignoring anyone. I'm just trying to get it out while my brain's like in a place where it can explain where I am. But what really, really pissed me off even more than what's going on with them guys, and to me it's more about them sorting it than what's happening now. And what's happening now is, if you go into Tiffany Marie's Discord and they've seen you in Scott's chat this morning, you're no good. You're virtually not wanted there. And that's not okay with me. I'm straight up, and I said straight up, I refuse to take sides. I'm not going to, period. But do what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm not wanted here because I'm not going to take a side, then so be it. I know who, you know. Yeah, it's just crazy. But the waiver, Rhonda, sorry. Remember when Q Carlock started the merch thing? And she had Summer's face on a lot of the objects. Well, the company, after a few days, said that they have to have written approval from the parents to be able to use Summer's face on the merchandise from Teespring. Okay. So I know a couple of people contacted Don and Candace, and there was no response. And then all of a sudden, Cam piped up and said he had the waiver in the text chat, and I seen it. Okay. And then I heard he said it on his channel, which Scott has found and played 3 times this morning. But somehow it's got mixed up from that to Tiffany Marie, that someone has said that he emailed it to Tiffany Marie, and that did not happen. He sent her a message, but it had nothing to do. It had, if I could get it up here, I would, but I can't put my phone screenshots on the computer. If I could do that, I would, and I'm waiting on my adapter for the camera. But I might do a little live and show you. But I'm sure Tiffany, I'm nearly 100% positive, not this live she just done today, but the one yesterday when things blew up. She showed what Cam had sent her, and it was addressing the fact that he had gotten rid of Lizzie B. Savage and a couple of other rogue mods, and something about the billboard. It had nothing to do with sending her the waiver. Just saying. So how it got from that to what it is now, I have no clue. I think it had something to do with the vigil, and someone heard someone say something at the first vigil on the 14th, not on the 15th. Please see my pic I'm sending you on Facebook Messenger. Okay, Miss Justice. And then I thought, all this, like, guys, I haven't stopped sewing for 4 days and doing these members things, and I'm so excited about it. And now I feel like even that's tainted, because people are just gonna give it shit because it's got Summer on it, and I'm making money out of it, which I'm not. It's actually costing me money. I went to Spotlight on Saturday and bought shitloads more Paw Patrol fabric because I like to give, and it makes me happy to make things for other people. But now I feel like even that has gone crap. Did you send it in Messenger? It's just loading. Sharon, you know who you are. We all know who you are. Beautiful, fair. No, Shannon, and that's all I expect. I just don't expect people to demand that you choose a side and carry on like that. It's just not okay with me. It is, Rhonda, and I'm sorry you've just come into it all, but I just wanted to have my say on the way I think it is from my perspective. I'm still going to promote, because they're going to continue with the fundraiser, because so many people have pulled out and demanded their money back, because now there's a big kerfuffle over, oh, no one knows where the money's going to go. Like, why put that cloud over it? That's not okay. I'm just trying to open it. Miss Justice, it's so slow up here this morning. There are a bunch claiming they aren't about drama, but they sure are carrying on with drama. Yeah, I know, Raz. No, and the biggest peeve for me is that you're expected to choose a side. Oh, you should see the ones I've done, because it's Monday lunchtime here now, the ones I did last night and this morning. You know, it just makes my heart so happy to be able to make things to send out to people as an appreciation thing and just sharing. And then you've got all this crap on top of it. It's like, yeah, I did see that, Miss Justice, Nita's World, and even Chip had Stella and Griffey looking right into the whole picture thing. And Candace to give. Yeah, and that's another thing, you know, they don't have parental rights, Don and Candace. If you get back to the waiver, even though Summer is missing, do you think Summer's going to go straight home to Ben Hill Road when she's found? That is not going to happen. So therefore, they will be, she will be in the custody of the state. So it's a grey area, because right now, because she's missing, I don't know where the parental rights lay, because there's no child to be found. But if she is found alive and well, and she doesn't go home to Don and Candace, she's going to be virtually a ward of the state, okay? So then you probably can't put a photo out of her. It is a grey, shitty area, and Jody Sue, I'd love to make you a quilt. No way would Summer go to... No, hell no. Oh, hi, Nita. How are you? I just seen her come. Oh, there she is. I loved your live last night with them tarot cards and the trolls. It was gold. Seriously, I had the best laugh. And I'm coming into heaps of money, guys. Isn't that just fabulous? That's what I asked Nita for a card, and she said, a lot of money's coming my way. And I'm like, oh, yay. No way would, no, I just, yeah, I'm not going to be bullied into schoolyard bullshit like that. It's not who I am. I'll make up my own mind. And if I decide I'm not going to choose sides, I'm not going to do it. And guys, you shouldn't have to. So if someone says to you in any of these people's chats, oh, I seen you over on Yahoo's chat, tell them to go, you know what, themselves, because this is why the world gets so crazy. Yeah, Denise, I agree. The CPS were going to remove kids, and Don and Candace were intentionally not being home so kids were not taken. Yes, it's just not okay. So I've got the links up there. I'm going to keep promoting the reward fund, and so I've got the links up there. Shit. I'm going to, sorry about that, I forgot to mute the thingo. I could actually post it on my community tab and then get it up so you guys can just see the progress on them. Maybe I'll do that. And then they can have a go at me for putting it on bloody YouTube again. It's just annoying to me. I'm just going to do that, guys. If I piss anyone off, then come at me. I don't give a shit today. I'm putting a couple of little ones on my community tab, and then I'll share the screen, because I think they're super cute. And these things don't happen overnight, because it's all hand stitched together. And Saturday I was out because I went and bought more fabrics. So it's an hour away where I had to go. And then we had lunch and stuff. And I went and got a new computer chair because I couldn't stand sitting on the garden chair any longer. I'm just putting the pics of what I accomplished yesterday. And then I'll share the screen. And if they want to have a bitch about that, I've just got to tag Ethereal. She is amazing, guys. Ethereal Obsidian did the graphic that Scott sent me. Okay, it will post in a second or two. Nita, hi all, on my mobile phone right now, but I should be home in about 15 and I will gladly come up on Sharon's panel. Oh, thank you, Nita. Anyone's welcome to come up as well. And thank you all for coming in. I just needed to calm down a bit. I was just like, I was joking the other night when I said I wanted to headbutt the wall for some reason, but today I really feel like I could, because it's frustrating. I think I'm going to do the tarot game. Oh, Nita, you made me laugh. I think I'm going to do the tarot card thing again. Oh, I'm so excited. I love that. Okay, so I'm going to show you my community post with the little... So these are the centers of what I did yesterday. I just got to share my screen. Like, I'm fully prepared for someone to have a whinge about it. But I'll wear it. So the graphic in the middle was created by, I hope I say this right, Ethereal Obsidian. She is bloody amazing. But can still do the other ones with, isn't it cute? And the other one I did has got purple around where this is pink here, where this one's pink here. Did I post one of them? This one has purple, see? And I've just got to attach the center. So that's fabric in the middle, guys, just so you can see exactly what it is. I cut that out and applicate it onto a piece of fabric. Then I applicate that onto a bigger bit of fabric, and yeah. But I just think that one of her with the colours and with the Paw Patrol fabrics is just so cute. I wanted to talk to you about Prey Garden. Yeah, I listened to half of it. When do they go to jail? Oh, let's hope very soon, John. You know, criminal charges have to be coming for that. Yes, she is, isn't she, Jodie Sue? She is so talented. And for Utah, like when are they coming for Utah? I'll look up and send a picture to you later. Hi, Zan. Like, we expect all this sort of craziness from the trolls, you know, like that's what you expect, don't you? Whatever is going on seems to be some very petty people. Pay them no mind, sweetie. Unhappy people want everyone else to be miserable with them. You're doing your best is all you can ask of yourself. Yeah, I know. I get that. I was just getting really, really wound up, and I thought, I've just got to stop, you know. So who do you feel bad for? Prey Garden of America or Ziggy? Rather than listening, prefer to utilize thought process in assisting, throw away. Yes, I agree. To get the full effect, you really need to listen to the entire thing. Yeah, I know, Miss Justice. It was just when you told me, I was just about to jump in the shower. Then I got out of the shower and I was, oh, that's what happened, guys. So for those of you who were here when I tried to, remember when Q fell asleep on her live and I went live, it would have been your Friday. I was on for like 6.5 hours until John woke up and he went live. I had my friends here doing our usual stitching night. That's why it was so noisy, and having dinner and everything. But I just wanted to keep the live happening till someone woke up. When my granddaughter went down to the house, so we had our ragdoll cat up here with us. She loves coming up to the studio and hanging out and stuff. It's like a circus for her. I thought she went down to the house with my granddaughter, and the granddaughter's just gone in the house and, you know, had a shower and went to bed and stuff, thinking I would bring the cat down with me, but the cat wasn't up here. So for 24 hours we couldn't find her. Oh my God, I was bawling. I was so upset. This is the second time in like 2 or 3 weeks that she's just gone MIA. But what it is of a night time we get this wild feral cat that comes to the back door and tries to pinch food we leave out for another stray cat. And because we think the elderly people across the road own her, and they both passed away. So now she sort of lives over here. So I leave food out for her. But our ragdoll is terrified of this other cranky cat that comes. So somehow, we don't even know how she's managed it. She's got underneath the house, our ragdoll cat, and she has been there. She hid in there for 24 hours and eventually come out at 9 o'clock last night or whatever it was. And yeah, we were all happy and stuff. But now she's hiding in the bedroom like PS, what is that condition? Nita knows it, PSTD, PTSD, and she won't come out. And I'm like, oh my God, she's still really, really scared. I had posts on Facebook. We had book parties going. We were driving around everywhere because I know how scared she gets. And I thought and being a ragdoll, you know, most people who would find a ragdoll just, oh, great, always wanted one of these. So we were so excited when she eventually did come out from under the house. But the second time in 2 weeks of going missing, my heartstrings were, and I just don't get how you can get so upset and sad and terrified for your pet. And John and Candace, I've never seen them like that one time for Summer. Like every little thing that can happen to you in a day that makes you think about Summer and the whole situation, you know, they're losing what the big picture is here, guys. They just need to be quiet now and just solve it in the background, move on. Don't expect any subs to feel pressure that they have to go with one side or the other. That is my thing. You know, whatever issues you got, cool, that's your issue. But don't put it on your subs. And don't call out one of your subs if they're in someone else's chat either, because that's not cool to me at all. I would never. No, that's not good. And I can't even get the proper vocabulary out because it's just, you know. But yes, I was just like, I can't believe this cat is gone again. It wasn't even 2 weeks. Hi, Chasing Justice. How are you? I seen you in there, and this is madness, isn't it? All that hard work just feels like, why? It's just, yeah, you're hanging in there. That's all we can do. And just, so Q and Scott and John are going to keep going with the reward fund now to get it back up over the 30. So the links are in the pinned to the top if anyone does want to go over there. But a lot of people have demanded refunds, I'm hearing. And I think that's sad. You know, why take it out on the reward fund? 100% deal with it. Yes. That's, I lost my Crime and Justice says, I lost my cat once and I searched half the night to find him. I was in tears and panic thinking of him being out all night. Don and Candace just act like they don't care at all. Guys, I don't know if it's just me and the way I'm suspicious of anything. Like, I've only got to look or think of Don and Candace's names and I'm already suspicious. Why were they called Don and Candace? You know, is there something underneath that? That's how crazy I get about the whole thing. Hi, unicorns, welcome. But do you think I'm really starting to feel like they're loving life now, that they don't have the responsibility of looking after any kids. Do you not all see that as well? Or is it just me thinking too much into it? Because they look like they're having the time of their life. They're cruising around, meeting up with their super fans. Oh my God, Rosemary and Crime, are you serious? Rosemary and Crime's an artist and she's wondering if an artsy silhouette of summer would work for your quilts. It wouldn't be as specific as a pic of summer, just a thought. I'll put my email in the chat. That would be an awesome idea. And I'm happy to pay for them too. Like anything I can do. Kind of me, like Obsidian, I offered to pay her for these little graphics because that would take forever. I'm not into the whole, you know, how graphics on computers. I tried it years ago when my kids were little. I tried to make things like that and it was just, nah. I don't have to, like I can sit and sew for 12 hours hand stitching, but I don't have the patience to sit and fiddle with a computer. Isn't that bizarre? But to me, the stitching is a comfort thing and it's therapy. And I know when I'm making something that I'm hoping that people enjoy it as much as I've enjoyed making it. Hi, Laura. Hi, Rhonda again. Hi, Val and Steve at home and on the go. You would think Don and Candace would have this area plastered with flyers, but they don't. They didn't bother to reach out to our local media during the first 3 months. Now they act like, yeah, I know, Val. Absolutely, we all agree with you right there. And I want to know why the media didn't come to the second vigil, to Nita and Chase's vigil. Yeah, it's gone crazy. Unicorns are real. It's really, really sad because 4 days ago, okay, so 2 weeks ago, remember when, might be going on 3 now, remember when Chris McDonough's channel went down? And I put up a community post tagging as many of the lovely, positive channels that I follow, and I posted it because Chris McDonough said in his, he went on Tiffany Marie's live, I think, and said, you know, let's take this opportunity to share the community and get everyone's channels growing so we increase the love and drown out the hate. And I thought that's an awesome idea. So I did a community post and I tagged all the channels, like everyone that's fighting now. I tagged everyone. And then people would say in the comments, you can go back and have a look at it all. People would say, oh, you forgot about this one. I go, okay. It was like a 3-day job of just adding channels that everyone loves that I'd missed. And I didn't miss on purpose, so I hope no one thought that. I wasn't deliberately trying to leave anybody out. And it was so cool. You know, this sharing the love idea and, you know, praising each other and bringing everyone together. And then it goes to this. You just think, oh, how sad is it? I think that's why I'm so frustrated, you know, because I was on this and I'm nothing. Like I've got 1,500 subscribers, but I just think there's so much shit going on in the world. We all love this platform. We all love, you know, being together and doing what we're doing. Let's forget about the shit channels and just come together and make things good for Summer and Michael Vaughan and Gabby Petito and everyone else that's missing that we have time to follow. Because believe it or not, guys, it takes a lot of time. People don't realize, and I never realized either, how much time is involved with, you know, the behind the scenes type stuff. You're always checking emails and trying to get back to everyone and giving everyone a like to try and answer every single comment that someone leaves me. And guys, I really, really appreciate the comments. But this morning wasn't good. I just wanted to close the whole channel down because I just couldn't deal with it. Like I tried to keep it together before I dropped the kids at school. But once I'd give them both a kiss goodbye and have a great day, you know, all upbeat and happy and everything. Love yous. And then back in the car and you think, what the actual fuck? Because I've still got the earbud working in my ear hole, listening. And I'm just like, this is too much for me. It's just, if you look back, everyone was united and the focus was Summer. A certain guy started his lessons in criminal justice and it's been downhill since. Yep. Totally agree, Chasing. But I tagged you in that post, didn't I? Like, oh, I was really proud of that because, you know, I think everyone just thought Chris McDonough was saying it because, you know, his channel just got taken down, whatever. But I'd been feeling like that. And I've always on this channel tried to promote everyone. Like, look at our chat, guys. We've got proof that you don't have to be fighting and bickering and running each other down. And we rarely have problems in here, do we? You know? And everyone that does come in, go and read the comments from the other night. And there's a lovely lady that come in that night and she's like, I've never felt so welcome coming into a channel. Like, thanks so much, da-di-da-di-da. And that's what I want to be known for, not to be involved with all the shit. And that's why I find it offensive to sort of demand that I pick a side. I see things the way I see them. And I just honestly think it's been a total whack of miscommunication, but there was one lie started. One lie that was caught on a live was started, and that's how it's got to this. And that's crazy to me. Oh my God, Val. Do you know how many hours I sat out the front? I'm in Australia, by the way, but with the, and Val, my name's Sharon too, just for the new people that might be coming in. Always forget. And Miss Justice always says, make sure you tell them who you are. Yeah, I'm Sharon from Australia. And the Evelyn Boswell case. Not that one is more important to the other, but from that very first press conference with Megan Boswell, I just knew she'd done it. And I had people on live sitting at the front of the sheriff's office for like 6-7 hours at a time, waiting for her to come out after they'd questioned her and all that sort of stuff. Days upon days I spent just waiting, watching, following, exactly like we do with Summer. But yeah, there was media coverage when things were happening, and when she was found, that case was over because they found her so quickly, which is still a bit weird to me because apparently they searched that shed like twice and then all of a sudden she's there. I still think something weird happened there and she was moved, but will we ever know? I hope so, because the amount of information they have with Megan Boswell's case is incredible. It's like terabytes and terabytes of stuff, of data. I'll keep flipping through. What are we looking for, Shannon? Hi, Bernadette. Hello to all. Good to be here. You've all been missed. Yeah, well, I deliberately haven't been coming on because I wanted to for everyone to sort of be on the fundraiser thing, and I thought it was defeating the purpose. And you know what I mean? Like I even told Scott on his live the other day, because I did have a live planned Friday my time, so it would have been Thursday. And I said, no, I cancelled mine because I just thought it'd be better off having everyone over with the fundraiser, because to me that was the right thing to do. And I still believe it was the right thing to do. But it wasn't long after that things started to go pear-shaped. But I will say, guys, I have so much, I've always respected, and you all hear me gush over John QQ when he comes in and says hi. That man, I could feel how he was feeling when it blew up the first time on his live the other day, okay? You could feel that he wasn't comfortable with what was being said and everything else. And then yesterday when it started again, he said, no, don't say it, don't do it. It's not going to be addressed now. When they were talking about the Don and Candace and Benny Skeezer's photos, and everything was starting to get a little bit overheated, John shut it down. I said, we're not going there. We're not doing it. And he put 2 songs on just to calm the mood down. And I was like, great job, John. Like, I wouldn't have accomplished anything, I don't think. Because we all get so emotional because we're so attached to this little 5-year-old girl that we want to be found. He is so respectful, Sarah, and you could tell he was just trying to keep things calm and cool, and the focus on what it has to be on, and that's Summer and Jody Sue's domestic violence awareness. Like, it all matters. Yeah, we can play it if you want to. Has everyone seen the Ziggy thing with Prayer Garden? She hasn't struck me yet. She didn't strike me for playing the one the other night. I think she would be fine. Where did I get up to? I'm trying to remember, because I come up here to the studio to get some stuff, and I had it playing. And that's when, because the granddaughter was in bed, I thought the cat was in. That's where I was going with this before. I had the shower and everything, and I went in, come up to the studio, and the granddaughter's come up. She said, "Oh, is Mate," because the cat's name's Maisie. "Is Maisie up here with you?" And I said, "No, I thought she was in the bedroom with you." And she's like, "No." That's when we discovered the cat was gone, Miss Justice, and that's why I got all sidetracked and I was a bit of a mess. I've had a traumatic few hours, but it was like God was looking down on me like, "Here's your cat, she's fine," you know. And even hubby, God bless him, he was never, in the 32 years we've been married, he's never ever been a great big cat person, but I think he really loves her, and he could see how sad we all were. We were mourning, thinking that someone had found her in the street and took her home and we'd never see her again. And the mood in the house last night was so down and horrible. And then the little granddaughter's gone to bed and she had her shutters open in her room, and we've got a street light out the front. And she said she just seen her run from the house over onto the road. And we've run out there with torches, and she's took back in our yard and went under the house. So it was all good and happy. And I was like, "Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jesus." According to Prayer Garden, it was Candace and Grandis, and Don is covering for them. I don't know what to think about this Prayer Garden character. Like, I had the giggles so bad the other night because I didn't even believe for a start it was her. Because in my mind, it was always a him. And I want to know why she has sabotaged so many chats over the last 4 months, like deliberately stirring people up and defending Don and Candace. And now, okay, Shayna, thanks for coming in. Sorry it wasn't all lovely. So why did she say why she's now on the other side of the fence? She got out because she was up here in the studio with me when I was on my live, and when my friends left, she must have just got out the door. But I thought she's gone to the house with the granddaughter, but no. So she was mean and contradicted everything, then apologised, then went back. Okay. Yeah, that's what I don't understand, why the sudden backflip. I was afraid for Mary, but she handled it well. So Mary was on there too, Don's stepsister. Oh, I didn't know that at all. I've heard someone else say that, Denise, that she's got a crush on Don. And Don's going to take the rap for Candace. Oh, wow. So most of you have seen it. Val says the most telling thing about Prayer Gardens of America said, after all the victim shaming and defending and flipping, was at the end when she said the person she felt the sorriest for in this whole mess was gone. Well, I've sort of always thought that Candace snapped. As you all know my theory, and that she's rang Don to come and sort the problem out for her. But right at the beginning, Don didn't have Candace's back. If you go, because I was thinking about this a lot last night, them very first couple of interviews, he didn't even have her back. Remember when he kept going on about, Summer didn't even want to go to Candace for the first 18 months. That's not having his wife's back when your child has just gone missing. Why would you tell people that for a start? I've never understood that. And just the way he would say things like, I always told Candace, you watch her, like she wasn't competent. When he says things like, oh, look out when Candace drinks, look out the next morning, and it's not fair because I've got to babysit her. How is that? In them aspects, he does not have her back at all. He is demeaning her existence. But even that has changed lately to now Candace is a good woman and Candace is this and Candace is not a liar. You know? Maybe Michelle from We Can Bring You Hope is giving him some lessons on how to have your wife's back. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it's all a bit. See, look. I'll show you this post I did do. See how I don't take sides? I'm just backing myself up a bit here. Tiffany Marie's post I shared. The fundraiser I've shared. That was the very first little one I did. These are other quilts I've done. I love that one still. That was a good result. They found him. Apparently they've found Kishon Cookie too. This flip. John QQ. You know, I'm trying to find the post I did where I tagged everyone. And spreading the love here. No, that's not it either. I don't know where it went. It was after that. Don't know. I don't know where it went. Yeah, but the point I'm trying to make is don't feel pressured that if you don't unsubscribe to someone that you're doing the wrong thing, basically, because you shouldn't be put in that position at any time, in my opinion. You know, hopefully they'll just realise that it has all been a bit of a mistake and let's move on. And the part where Prayer Garden started to spill the tea, then quickly tell Ziggy she'd tell her later behind the scenes. Yeah, well, if you're being transparent, nothing should be behind the scenes. Should it? That's crazy. I'll have to listen to it all. Because she didn't come on for a little bit into the live either, did she? Yeah, see, I even thought about that too, Sarah. I don't think there's a scenario that we haven't really thought about, because we've got nothing really. The timeline is still completely erratic. Yeah, it was about 20 minutes. If anyone wants me to play it, just put a 1 in the chat and we'll get a little bit of a vote happening. But then daycare wouldn't work because Summer would show signs of SA. Yes, Rosemary. And it's not, I don't know, but how it happens in the US, but in Australia, if kids are sort of in a vulnerable family life, I know the Department of Community Services will fund daycare just so that there's more awareness on the welfare of the child and how the child is emotionally and socially and physically. You know, it's a way for them to keep an eye on the child. I don't know if that happens in the US, but yeah, I know the department over here will fund it, so there's no charge to the family that they're concerned about. It's sort of more a proactive thing. Yeah, John Q's going live now. Isn't my dog cute? He just, mine's got, your dog is very cute, Sarah. Is he a Maltese? Because I've got a white little fluffy Maltese who definitely needs a bath and a trim. Sorry, I just saw a pic and thought, oh. I have thoughts, Val says, I have thought so much that Don hid her closer to work than home. That's why they were so comfortable with the area at the house being searched. The very first interview, I had a stitching night that night, Val, and I said to my friends, that child's body is going to be within 40 to 60 minutes drive from the house. And she was here when I was doing that 6.5 hour live the other night, and she said, you still believe that? And I said, yeah, I do. Because she remembered what I said when we watched that interview. The poor thing, she's not into true crime like I am, but every Saturday night, she's like, oh, so what's happened during the week? You know, is there any good info? Any updates? She subscribed to me and she went and bought earbuds so that she can listen when she's, while she's not at work. Well, supposedly she's in a wall. I think I was in the chat when she said that. And I commented and I said, yeah, like you're not going to smell anything in the wall. I really do think I did comment at that point. And after that, I seen a comment where someone had reported to authorities that there was a bad smell on one of his most recent work sites. So did I see something quickly this morning that Don and Candace seen his dad? Is that true? And I didn't think Dr. Phil paid his guests either. But he had 3,000 in the bank. Maybe he could afford to go travelling a bit with his 3,000. Yeah, he was working in Jonesboro at the time, wasn't he? No, I don't believe she's in the war either, Patty. It would, with gyprock, even if he put 3 sheet layers like I've heard before, believe me, it would seep through. And I'm not trying to be morbid or horrible. I'm just trying to be real. She did reel off a lot of stuff that she could have just heard online. Justice for someone doesn't think she's reliable. Sorry, chat, I forgot I had a doctor appointment, had to bolt up, and now I'm stuck outside waiting to be called in. You're fine, unicorns. I hope you're okay. Benny's funding him. Benny couldn't even afford pizza for Monica Gerard. That was funny as. He knew full well before he walked into that pizza shop his card wasn't going to work. I swear to God he did. And just because Don told her stuff don't mean jack because Don lies. Yeah. Did you see the photo of Don, Candace and Benny? And Candace looks like a little kid in between both of them. I thought she was a lot taller than what she is. Oh, they do that at our doctor's surgery too, unicorns, here in Australia. Up until 2 weeks ago, you had to wait in the car and they would come out to the car and check your temperature and do all that. If it's anything they could look at, like the granddaughter had an earache, they looked in her ears while we were sitting in the car and then went and wrote this prescription out and brought it back out to us. Yeah, they would have had a good old time together, I reckon. Benny and Don and Candace. It's just a joke, isn't it? And I do agree that if you're going to have a YouTube channel, getting too close to suspects, and they are suspects, is never going to end well. Yeah, she always looks doped out. More like sometimes her eyes, I just feel like she's going to pass out at any second, Bernadette. Crime and justice, yes. I just want Summer. Yes, that's what we all want, justice for Summer. You know? Yeah, and it's like her eyes go into slow motion as well. And I look at her and all of a sudden I feel like I'm swaying. I know that doesn't make sense, but it sort of gives you that feeling when you're really concentrating on it. Okay, I'll do this and then I'll share the screen with this Ziggy thing. That's why I missed half of it, because prayer gardens didn't come on till, as you say, like 20 minutes in. We will find Ziggy. She's pretty easygoing and she's never struck me before. I will put it in the comments. 18 hours ago. I'll just get the link. Share. I feel all calm now. Thank God. I was so agitated. And I don't like coming on here being agitated and horrible. But sometimes it just is better to get it out, isn't it? And you guys help so much. Thanks for hanging around as long as you have. I think she got on the hot spot. It's 6 hours long. Are you kidding me? Nearly 7. Here I'm worried about 20 minutes.
Prayer Garden says something like, from what I can read, it says, amid that is highly suspicious that Hunter calls out of the blue and that very day your daughter is abducted. It was also said that True is gay and was trying to have relations with a child on your property. What? I've never heard that. And then John says, yes, absolutely correct. And everything you're saying, then these times trying to get us in trouble.
Heard one.
Okay. Yeah, this is Mrs. Doodle. We call her Dr. Doodle. So I think this message above here says, you're fine. If you don't want to, you don't. Hey, Prayer
We need
Garden.
to, yeah.
Oh my gosh, Rhonda. Here, let me mute her for a second while she gets that figured out. Hey, Prayer Garden, can you mute your or close out your YouTube? She'll get it. She was on here yesterday, so she'll get it figured out. I just muted her for a second. Rhonda, thank you so much. Close out your YouTube. Hey,
That's
hey,
awesome.
Prayer Garden. Hey, Prayer Garden. Oops, she just muted again. Okay. I think she's trying to get it figured out. Yeah, she's getting it figured out. She just has it, I think YouTube open up in the background. So what did Misunderstood say?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering too. I also wanted to kind of say that yesterday some things in chat kind of got crazy. So if everyone could just really please have some have respect for anybody that's on panel. You're showing Ziggy respect for being here, and doing this, and the guests. So that's all we want.
I mean, I don't care. People's opinions are totally welcome, though. I mean, I don't care what they say about me, but as far as guests like Doodle and Prayer Garden, like, hey, Prayer Garden, I think you got it fixed now.
Can you hear me?
Yep. I hear you good. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for having me.
Yeah. So let's see. Where do we want to begin? I just went over all those. Were you here for going over your screenshots? Did you see most of that?
Yeah, I seen somewhat of it. I was pulling dinner out of the oven for the kids. I'm sorry I was late.
Oh no, you're perfect timing actually.
Yeah, that was good.
We were a little bit late, or I was a little bit late because I was. So you're fine. So in that, do you need a few more minutes? If you need a few more minutes, you can come back and a little bit if you need more time.
I know it's okay. They pretty much wiped everything out now.
Okay. Okay. So in that, let me see here if I could pull up this so I could show you what we're. Maybe I can go ahead and. I'm going to pull up your video again because there was a couple questions I want to ask you about it, and maybe you can explain or tell me, like in your video there was he sent you a video. Let me find it. It's towards it right. Can you see the screen at all?
Yes.
Okay, so do you know what this was about?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so it's not like outside his house or something. I was just curious.
I don't think so. I can't remember what that was in relation to. I think it was something to do with Ronnie Lawson.
Oh, so how's he feel about Ronnie Lawson?
Yeah, well, when you guys say Uncle Ronnie or Cousin Ronnie or something like that, he thinks it's really funny, but you don't care for him at all.
Oh, so he says that they're not related.
He says they're not. Absolutely not. But genealogy shows differently, so I don't know.
Okay. And what about this? Like it says, he sent you something. It says, "Tell me if you think I'm a pussy after you watch this." And it's something. Oops,
I
go ahead.
think that's the guy that's on the Predator thing. I can't remember his name.
Chris Hansen.
No. It's another guy. Hunter Nation.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it's got something to do with him. He hates him.
Yeah. He also.
Yeah, that's his name, Ernie.
Yeah, Ernie.
Mm-hmm.
Did he mention something like he had they had magazines like when they were kids that had like
at first he was saying they belonged to the uncle. Their nasty uncle. But then he said that they belonged to his parents. So I can't tell you who they belong to. He just said, and he said they were really disgusting, and they also had children.
Ew.
Yeah, it was child porn. He said it had child porn in them.
Wow, I didn't know such a thing existed.
I was so damn sheltered when I was younger.
This is just what he said. I mean, you could ask Mary.
Oh yeah, this
Mary was there.
Yeah,
I think she's somewhere in your chat also.
Mary is here. And if Mary wants to come up, she's welcome to.
Pull her up.
Is that okay with you?
Well, yeah, I have no problem.
I don't know if she wants to because I feel bad because I know she's probably gets hounded all the time. Like, but if she wants to, here's the link. I didn't know.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So, do you know why Dawn mentioned going to Greenville, Tennessee?
Yeah, his church burned down in it. They have another Seventh-day Adventist church or whatever, and he said that lightning just came out of the sky and caught it on fire.
Okay.
And he also told me that they was going to go over there, help put it out, but I don't know if they did. I don't think they did.
So basically you're saying his church burned down, or one of the other churches connected to his burned down, and that's why he went there, or is that what
that's
you're saying?
what he said? And I remember Candace saying that when she pulled out of the driveway and took off, she said that she had went down all the way down to the church, is what she said. When I was talking to him, she said she pulled out of the driveway and went all the way down to where they go to church. And I was thinking, why would you go there? Summer, 5 years old. When you pull out of the driveway, Summer probably wouldn't even remember which way to go to the church. And why would she be walking to a church anyway? Why would you drive all the way to a church? Does that make any sense?
No, I don't believe for a second that that's why he actually went there. I think that's just what he
Candace
told you.
Candace said.
Oh, Candace.
She said when Summer came up missing, the day Summer came up missing, and she went out that driveway looking for her, she said she went all the way down to where her church is. Why would she go all the way to where her church is at, looking for Summer?
Yeah, that is weird.
I think you'd be looking around your house.
Home. You're going to look close to home.
Right. So, I mean, personally, I think she was going to ditch the body, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Do you think it's possible that there's any possible way that Candace did something and Dawn doesn't know? You think that's even possible?
and anything's plausible.
Yeah,
But
true.
But to be honest with you, no, because Donald is definitely 100% protecting somebody, and I do believe it's Candace, because when I'm on the phone with him more than once, I hear him scream at her that, shut up, Candace, shut up. I've had your back. I've been protecting you, Candace. Shut up. And then one night they was arguing, and she's like, "You're going to jail. You're going to go to jail." And
Wow.
if he, from the get of this, he felt that he was going to protect her. If the child's dead, there's nothing they can do. He don't want to see her put in prison because he's already been in prison. He knows what it is. And he decides to protect her. Then now he has become an accomplice to a crime. And he could be possibly scared to go ahead and, tell on her. I mean, I think Grandma is the one that's going to try to make a plea deal, to be perfectly honest, because she's really running off the mouth right now.
Yeah.
I think she's leading up to it. But Donald, if he's smart, he'd get himself in that police station and be the first one, because that's the one that's going to get immunity and get out of it. And but somebody's going to jail anyway.
I'm glad you brought up Grandis. We call her Grandis, or we'll just whatever you want to call her. But
Grandis.
Yeah, how does Don feel about her? Because I read that screenshot. Does he not like her at all?
I think Donald kind of started to like her a little bit when she threw Jose out, because Candace wasn't going to, but Grandma did. And I think that he started to kind of have a little respect for her. But, I think that's all been severed now, because he feels like she knows what happened. She hauled ass on him instead of staying there and, supporting them.
So he believes that it actually was Grandma that was talking to those people, even though
you read it.
Yeah, so
that's what it said. Yeah.
I just want to tell Joe or Joy real quick. Yeah, sorry, 1 second. I just want to thank Joy for becoming a member. And remember to join our members only Discord with the links in the community tab for the only members can see. So thank you so much. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Doodle.
Yeah. So did Dawn ever mention or ever talk about the graveyard by his house?
Yeah, we talked about the graveyard where his mother's buried.
Oh, his mom's buried there? Okay.
Is his mom buried, the one that was owned by the Wells? Or not actually, their cemetery.
The cemetery that's real close to them. Yes, his mother's buried there. And
okay.
And they said they was going up there to check the cemetery. He thought that's funny. That was just, a laugh to Donald. I mean, he's not going to go,
sure.
He's not going to go bury his daughter where his mother is. That's the first place they're going to look. That is just stupid.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so this is how many of the letters. Here's one of your letters that or statements, I guess, you wrote for him. How many did you write for Don? Do you know?
A few. Cher read one. Benny Keys read it. And there was some others that he posted on his Facebook, so forth.
So, how
do you know who's behind the family webpage?
The family webpage?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you mean the one for Summer or?
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe that's Robin.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's Robin.
That's a good question, because I think a lot of people have been wondering who's made that.
He just did an update, or whoever did it just did an update yesterday on it, announcing their YouTube page.
Right. I'm pretty sure that's Robin.
Okay.
The only thing you're going to get, if you put Donald's and Candace's head together, all you're going to get is an ass. Not even a raw one. Just a period.
Oh, that was good.
So when's the last time you talked to Don? Have you talked to him recently?
No. Mm-mm.
Not for like a month or so?
I think he tried to call. It was either today or yesterday. I'm not sure.
I wonder if he heard you or heard that you were up here. Was it after you came up here on panel?
I cannot say, to be honest. I am so busy. I keep so busy.
Yeah. He'll probably be trying to get a hold of you once he finds out about this because, does he? So probably Benny is probably the only one that he doesn't talk bad about, I'm sure. Because Benny.
Let me tell you something. I told Donald, because he was with Cher, and he had to find somebody other than Cher because Cher started going off the wall about him.
Uh-huh.
And I told him, Benny Keys and him had a lot in common, He didn't want to go with Benny Keys. He didn't like Benny Keys. He was looking at someone else. I can't remember which one of the YouTubers it was, but he was looking at somebody else.
for Justice?
Maybe it was, yeah. And anyway, I told him, him and Benny had a lot more things in common and so forth, and that the prison stuff and everything, and that he should, go with Benny, talk to Benny. And Benny's started, getting religious and everything also. Trying to find
He certainly
God.
hasn't found God.
Well, sometimes it takes some people longer than others, I'm not going to run my mouth there because it took me a while. So, the thing is Benny is on the path and somewhere there, and so is Donald. And I told him, I said, you should go with Benny. So he did. He got with Benny, and you're right. Benny hasn't been too bad to Donald. He hasn't been too bad to Donald.
Mm-hmm.
But Benny is 100% for Cher. And Donald just, needs to be careful because, to be honest with you, they're looking to be the first ones to that reward. and they're basically manipulating and using Donald up. That's basically what it is.
And likewise,
Donald wanted to go on all of your guys' YouTubes. He wanted to go on everybody's YouTube, anybody that would have him at first. And Cher was like, no, these people, this person's this and this. She monopolized him.
Yeah.
She basically monopolized Donald. Out of her own selfishness. Yeah. And then turned on him and then started having everybody, hating. And, that wasn't a nice thing.
Yeah. That's kind of, that's what happened with the Ernie guy that you were mentioning. Ernie was supposed to interview Don, and Cher shut that down, and I think that's where all the drama started.
Cher wants to cock block everybody.
Yeah.
That's just Cher. That's who she is, what she is, I don't know. I seen her on there today, jumped on there, and it wanted to be the first to the punchline that Benny Keys is out there in California, and Candace shot off the scene, and well, hell, we knew Candace was going to shoot off the scene. Yeah. She shot off everywhere else already.
Was that
she never even gets on scene.
Oh, she got on that scene and then didn't like what was happening, right. Candace cannot back Donald because she already knows she's guilty and she's so scared. See, Donald's an idiot. Donald's the idiot of that he's wearing a dumps hat, sitting over in a corner. He's an idiot. And he's looking for the fortune, the fame, and he loves being out there in the spotlight. He loves, all this attention. He loves the free money and all the gifts and the people helping. And Donald loves to suck people in and get all he can out of them, you know. And Candace, on the other
Hold on
hand,
really quick. I'm so sorry.
Candace
No,
likes
never
to,
mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
Candace likes to suck everybody in too and get the money and everything, but Candace is a little smarter than Donald. She wants him to shut up because she knows it's just a matter of time. He's going to hang them both and her mother along with them. Bottom line. And she keeps telling him to shut up, Donald, shut up, Donald. You know, she jumped him the whole time. See, Candace doesn't hate, she really hates Sheer.
Yeah.
Candace is more like, Candace is afraid. She's afraid of Donald's mouth. And she thinks that she comes in and she portrays that jealous person screaming and hollering and acting out like she does. It will deter everybody away from Donald so he can't talk and he can't run his mouth, because sooner or later his mouth, like she said, you're going to go to jail. And she knows Donald is super scared of going to jail.
Yeah.
I'm
Have
the
you
one.
talked to him? Oops, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm the one that told Donald to quit acting like he was afraid of jail, you know, because people's using that as leverage on him. Just stop it. So he did. Then everybody started saying, oh, he doesn't care to be in jail because he was already in jail. I mean, you can't win.
Yeah, that's true. But have you talked to him? I mean, have you talked to him since he's done like the behavioral panel and Dr. Phil at all?
Yeah. I talked to him after the behavior panel. Yes. And he said that Candace got up, throwed a big fit. They told him, hey, look, Donald, this does not look good. This does not look good at all. And he was like, they're trying to act like Candace done something or she's got something, but I know her. I know her. This is Donald. This is the Donald I was telling you about, you know, that Candace could be banging somebody right in front of him and he was still turning a blind eye like, you know, oh, that guy never got it in. He was just, you know, moving his ass for nothing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that is Donald. He deny where Candace is concerned. He don't want to face the truth. No, Donald, it does look bad.
Are they just ride or die? Are they just ride or die with each other?
I don't know.
Like, basically, are they just,
you know what I mean?
Gonna stick up for each other no matter what?
They'll take it, whatever secrets they have, they'll go to the grave with them.
And I'm going to be honest with you. No, if Donald would have been the one in trouble, if Donald really was the one that undone something really bad, no, Candace would turn his ass in a New York second. She would play the victim. She would suck all of you all for everything she could get. That's Candace.
Right.
But
I can see that.
But Donald, he's a ride or die. Yeah. Donald he believes in sticking with somebody, you know, thicker than hell or high water, whatever. And I think he knows that he's gotten his foot a little too deep in this one, and now he's scared. But he's, as you see, he's on the Dr. Phil show, still fighting, you know, when Candace is actually, you know, trying to drown him. And, you know, but he's fighting. He's out there fighting in the water by himself.
So this kind of goes into the other question that I have is, has Don ever said anything to you that you can talk about that he knows something is not right?
Donald said that.
Yeah.
Donald has told me that, you know, he's doubted Candace, that yes, he, you know, he dealt her, and that, yeah, he's doubted.
Sometimes he wonders. That sometimes he wonders what happened, possibly.
I guess, here's what he wonders. I guess he wonders how she could have done what she done. I guess he wonders that, how she did what she did. That's what he
How
wonders.
in the hell can you be that ride or die with somebody that you just accept the fact that they possibly killed or sold your own daughter?
Um,
I'm sorry, but there's something that's not normal.
Let me tell you about sell your daughter right now. If they were selling their daughter, there was a lot of other people around there selling their daughters also.
Okay.
So let's get that one clear right now. Let's talk about Fat Alley, and let's talk about a few of the other ones. Because if we're going to talk about selling your children out around there, it's a pedo ring. It's not just Donald up there on the hill. Because Candace and Donald are too stupid to get in something like that alone.
Okay.
So there's somebody else around there. That's what you call a pedo ring going on now. That's some real sick and serious stuff. And that's exactly why, I'm not coming up live. People ain't seeing my face, my children, or my home, or anything else. Because you know what? You're getting mixed up in something that's really not a good thing to be getting mixed up in. And, YouTubers ain't going to be out there saving you. You're going to have to save yourself. So, if we're talking about a pedo ring, that's a bad thing. That had to be what they were mixed up in. If she actually gave the child off to someone, but I do not believe that. I believe that Candace actually lost her temper. I mean, this woman has a temper from hell. She does not know how to control it. She can't control her mouth. She can't control her temper. She can't. One night I was on the phone and she's slugging Donald, hitting him, and he had to ask her to stop like more than once.
Wow.
Now, you guys think that Candace is this, slave woman, wife, mom, whatever, under Donald's
I don't feel that way.
No, she's not. Let me tell you about Candace.
Candace is messy.
Candace stays with Donald because she's a lazy ass that don't want to get a job and get her kids out of that filth. And he's making a living, and she is just, going to live off of him. She don't care about nobody but herself. As long as she's getting her vapes, as long as she's getting her weed, as long as Candace is getting her drinks and her twisted teas and being able to act hard and tough and get on her TikTok and give her dirty looks or whatever, it's disgusting. But, as long as she's able to act out like some teenager instead of the damn adult woman she is, then everything's fine with her. She don't care how the kids live. She don't care how Donald lives. She don't give a damn about how anybody around her lives but her. This is who she is. She's a very selfish human being.
She has some on an old Instagram. Well, it's not that old, but she has some teenage boys on there with alcohol in her hands, throwing up gang signs, and she's just right there with them, like she's some kind of, teenage.
One of them is Hunter. H. Sorry.
It's lack of education. It's stupidity.
Yeah.
People need to educate themselves better in this world.
Yeah.
And train your children up the way you want them to go, and they won't stray. Well, you're the role model. You're the role model. Your children look up to you. If you don't drink, they don't want to drink. If you don't smoke weed and stuff, they don't want to smoke that stuff. What you make important, your children, it becomes important to them also.
Thank you so much, West Virginia. She wants to ask if Dawn ever said anything about Hunter and Candace, which I asked you this yesterday, as far as like anything inappropriate going on with Hunter and Candace. You said that.
Donald said there's absolutely nothing going on with Hunter and Candace. That would be more shame on Hunter than Candace, to be honest with you. If he would, that's whoa. I wouldn't even want to stigmatize this boy with something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, and Hunter's not going to admit it because look at Candace.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Even if he's a
child, we have to remember, like, he's a child.
But I'm going to tell you this. True, Candace, as you've seen on there, Donald said, yes, all of what I put there was because that's what they told me. Here's what Candace said. Candace said that True came up there on her land with a child, with a little girl, a child, and like around 11, 12 years old, I guess. And True wanted Candace to tell this little girl that it was okay to be gay and to have sex with True.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Didn't you guys know about that?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Well, that's one of the statements that you were reading on my thing. That's what I was telling Donald.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I did see. Okay. I did see in your screen.
Okay. And he said, absolutely, it's true. It's true. That's what happened up there. And if you flip the thing, it tells you where he says he was trying to tell people, but nobody was listening to him, about Allie and them. So why does this True girl think it's okay to have sex with children? And what is she doing up there on Candace's land thinking it's okay? And if she thinks it's okay to have sex with children, was Summer safe around them?
Wow. How long, Miss Anderson wants to know, I think you kind of mentioned it, but how long have you known Dawn and Candace? And how long have you been talking to them?
It's on.
I haven't. I did not know Donald and Candace before this case. I'm sorry I didn't. Well, actually, I'm glad I didn't.
Right.
But you know, you don't want to affiliate yourself with people like that. And to be honest, I reached out to Donald. I say about 2 weeks after Summer came up missing, within 2 weeks of her coming up missing, and we started corresponding. And at first, Donald didn't trust me. You know, he don't trust nobody. And you know, he was trying to keep it on the low. And then, you know, before you know it, he was calling me because he had nobody else. I mean, like the whole world was.
Hey, can I stop something really quick? Hey, you guys, everybody in the chat, stop talking about True right now, please.
I don't think anybody.
Thank you.
Is. It's okay.
No,
All right,
they are. They're bashing her, and it's not okay.
I'm not on here to cause trouble for anybody.
No, let's just.
I'm on here to tell.
It's not you. It's not you. It's not you.
You know,
It's the chat that was going a little crazy.
I just want to get the truth out. You know, what I got to say is truth. Like last night, I was telling everybody the truth, but everybody was standing there telling me, "You're a liar. You're this. You're that. I think you're this person and that person." And one lady was calling me crazy. You know, I think I'm normal, but you know, maybe she needs to look in the mirror if she's going to go around calling everybody else something like that. You know, I'm responsible for what I say, but I'm not responsible for how people, you know, interpret it. I'm not responsible. If they take my words and they twist them and they turn them and they make them into something I'm not saying, I'm not responsible for that. When
Well,
people
you're just repeating what you've heard, and you know, I mean, some of it's sensitive, and some of it's, you know, stuff that, I mean, I understand. That's why I changed the subject from True, because I was like, oh, I don't want to go there because I know people are gonna go crazy. I don't know if she's still a minor or not, so I was just like, but I understand you're just repeating what you've heard.
True was 15. I think Candace said she's like 15 or 16 when she brought, like 15 when she brought the little girl up there that was 11, 12 years old. So, you know, the point being is, it's still a child. It's still a child. And, you know, Allie thought that Candace should have been all like, oh yeah, you should have, you know, told this little girl that my daughter was able to do these things. What were you doing? You know, so that tells me that Allie supports pedophiles. Pedophilia, you know, she supports it. No, I don't support it. I personally believe that if you mess with any child, you know, any kid, if the age should be 16, the age should be 16 years old. You mess with a child below 16 years of age, you should go to prison. No, get out of jail free. Go to prison, because 16 years old, you know, then the child's old enough to have a boyfriend, you know, go to the prom, do things. Yeah, but anything below that, you as an adult are manipulating this child. You are a manipulator. You are stealing their youth away from them. You are destroying their mind. You don't know what you're doing to them. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a selfish human being. But that child has to live with that the rest of their life. The sick stuff that these people are doing to them, they've got to live with the rest of their life. And it's not right. And the law isn't strong enough.
Yeah. And that's why I say, like, you know, as far as like, if something, you know, bad was going on with, or inappropriate was going on between Candace and Hunter, he's a child, and it's hard to remember. I know I know sometimes it's different. People think it's different because, oh, he's a boy and stuff. No, it's not. He's a child, and that's still abuse if something like that is going on.
I think Hunter was hanging around up there. I think Hunter was hanging around because Candace and Allie, his mother, didn't give a crap what them kids were doing. Even Candace's oldest boy already started to start smoking weed and getting into liquor because of these adults. These adults, this is what that crowd that goes up on that hill shows these children.
Yeah. Do they let them, do you know anything about them letting, because I think True mentioned that they let the boys drink, or at least one of the boys. Do you know anything about that? Like, did they let their kids drink or anything like that you know of?
The oldest one, yes, he got in trouble. Well, Donald got on him because, yes, he was drinking and he was starting to smoke weed, and he was getting out of control. Yes. Yeah, the oldest boy.
Well, that's, you know, it's what he sees every day. Just like you said, you know, they copy what they see, and, you know, train up a child like you want them to, you know, like you were saying, like that Bible verse is true. And that's why we see so much generational abuse in that family, abuse, you know, lack of education, just, you know.
You have what they call book burnings, where people go out in the middle of the street and they burn a bunch of books because they don't like them, because they feel that they're this or they're that or they're biased one thing or another. They're burning these books in the middle of the street. Some people even burn Bibles. But how about if we go out there and burn all the porn so people like Donald wouldn't see it and then bring it up later as an excuse to why they did things that they should not have been doing?
Is that his excuse? Did he admit to you that he did do SA? Did he admit to SA to you?
Yes. He said he did not rape his.
Mhm.
Donald had this thing for that little girl, Jeannie, the younger sister.
Who's his sister? Jamie?
Jeannie. Is that her name?
Oh, Jeannie. Okay, yeah, Jeannie.
Yeah, it's Jeannie.
Mhm.
And he had this real. He even now still likes Jeannie. Trust and believe that he still likes her.
Likes her in a not
He would leave Candace
Not a
and then
sisterly way.
he would leave Candace so fast for Jeannie right now that it would make Candace's head
Oh,
spin
God.
around. And that's
Oh,
the
that
truth.
makes me ill.
For some reason, he really likes this little Jeannie girl, and that's the truth. I'm sorry, but that's truthful.
but that's how you interpreted it. The way
That's the way he talks about her.
because he even said, like, at one time, didn't he say, like, on somebody's show that he was in love with her at one point, or am I misinterpreting? Or was
No, he was in love with somebody else, and she ruined that relationship.
Oh.
Is how I remember it. Something like that.
Yep,
Just
you're right.
more of his disgusting.
He was
garbage.
no, he got out of jail. He had gotten out of jail in
Mhm.
another state. He's 17 years old. He got out of jail in another state. He was raped in that jail too.
Uh-huh.
And when he got out, he had tried to get his life together, and he did have a girlfriend. And Jeannie called up. She was 13 at the time, I guess. And she calls up telling him that she missed him, that she really cared about him, and all of these things, and wanted him to come back. And he packed right up and went.
He left.
Well, I'm
he
going to
left
say
the
this
girlfriend
in
for.
defense.
He
Yes, he
left
did.
his
Go ahead.
girlfriend for. He's saying that he left his girlfriend for Jeannie.
He sure did.
That's what he told you. Okay.
Ran right back to Utah. And then he said when he got there, she was with somebody else,
Okay.
And-
And how old was he at this time?
17.
And Jeannie was what, 11
No,
or maybe 12?
he said she was like 13.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think there's 6 years difference. 6 years.
7 or
like-
6, something like that. It was 5 and 12. What's 5 and 12?
Yeah. 7.
Jeannie's born in 71. Donald's born in 64.
Okay. So it's
But
so
Donald
that's 7 years.
Yeah.
But he probably was
Yeah.
trying to exaggerate to you, Pro Garden. I'm sure he was trying to.
Huh?
He was probably trying to make it seem like not such a big age difference to you, like he does to everybody else.
Well, there is 6 years between them, so
So if he was 17, then she was 6, then she was
he
11.
was in 12, right?
Okay. Okay.
He
Maybe
did
it's 12. Let's say 12. If that's true, he left his
Yeah.
girlfriend for a 12-year-old.
Yeah, right. But he told me she was 13, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyhow,
He might have told you that, but he likes, who
he
knows?
don't know the age of his own kids. So Donald
Yeah,
really
that's
don't know
true.
the age
That's true.
of
That's,
anybody.
yeah, great
you
point.
know.
So I don't know if she's still in here, but I wonder if Mary would like to clear up some of Dawn's narcissism about Jamie
Oh.
or Janine.
I don't know. I kind of feel like Mary.
Jeannie.
Mary
Jesus.
was in here at the beginning, and I think maybe I don't know. I kind of feel like
I saw her say something a few minutes ago.
oh, there she is. He said no. He said it was Jeannie that ruined his relationship when he lived in Texas.
Okay, good.
Well, anyway, I don't know where he was living.
Yeah.
I'm sure he told me, but
Yeah, you're just going by what you told. You're
Donald-
telling us all that you're doing is telling us what you were told. It doesn't mean it was
Right.
correct. You know what I mean? We're talking about a
Donald was
liar. So.
everywhere. Exactly. Donald was everywhere. I mean, he's
Yeah.
been in every state, it seems like. But anyway, he said that Jeannie called him.
Mhm.
He asked him to come back to Utah. He said he packed it all up. He went back there. She was with some other guy, some other boy, that she ended up marrying.
Mhm.
And he said that from there, he packed it up. He stayed around for a while, and I guess he got with this wife and had some kids and whatever.
Pamela.
And that didn't work out. So he packed it up again and took off. And that's, pretty much where he ended up meeting Candace. And
The love of his life.
yeah, well, I know.
I'm just kidding.
Jeannie's the love of his life.
Yeah.
But,
in his mind. Yeah.
but he, Mary, his sister Mary,
Mhm.
he did admit that those boys attacked her, that she did get
Okay.
attacked today. And he said that, he seen that it was going too far. He,
Uh-huh.
he saw that it was going way too far. He wanted to be Donald wanted to be accepted. He wanted to be accepted by people, and he let his friends go too far because he wanted to be one of them, and he didn't want to get them, he didn't want to lose his friends but once they started going too far, then he started pulling them back and stuff for her to be able to get away and get to the bedroom. And, but he still allowed it. He still allowed it because he wanted to be accepted by these people. And that's not, it shouldn't have been happening to begin with. What I try to explain to Donald is when you have friends, you don't let them come into your house and do whatever they want to people. When they come into your house, they need to respect you and the people in your home.
Right.
They can't do that. They need to leave
Yes.
immediately.
They were disrespecting Dawn,
Exactly.
during even, anybody in that family. If I don't know what, I'm not saying, I don't know what Dawn's part in all that is. Like, I'm going by, obviously, I believe what Mary says. So, but I'm just saying, by them doing that, he should have been pulling them off immediately and been like, get the F out of my house.
Well,
Call the cops, something, because
I don't know how.
they were disrespecting him too.
I do not know how true this is, but Donald kind of hates the step family. Now, I would like Mary to clear it up for me because I don't know if it's true or not. Donald told me that he had a beautiful family. Him, his mom and dad, 2 sisters, living happily in their home. His mom and dad both went out to work. They got Mary's mom to babysit and trusted her to watch the kids. The next thing they know, Donald said he knows the dad is sleeping around with Mary's and their mother. And then the next thing he knows is Mary's mom coaches his dad into putting his mom into a nut house where she got electrical shock and was really treated bad. And then Mary's mom decided that she don't want to be just a woman living in that woman's house with her in a nut house. She wants to be the wife. So finally the dad divorces his mom, and that's what released her out of the nut house and got her free from all the punishment that she was going through in there, due to the fact that they just wanted her out of the way to begin with so they could be together.
Oh.
And
then I'm
then
not hearing any of this. I don't.
yeah,
So supposedly, Dawn's real biological mom was put into a mental
asylum.
institution.
An
Okay,
insane
insane
asylum.
Yeah. And
Was that in Utah?
Yes.
Dawn feels it was to keep her out of the way, while supposedly
It was Mary's mom's ideal to have her put away like that so they could be together in Donald's mom's house. And then Donald's mom, until finally when the woman wanted to be the wife instead of the lady just living there with a wife in a nut house, and Donald's dad divorced to give this woman what she wanted. And that's how his mom got out of the nut house, got free, and was able to live a normal life again. So, that makes him hate that family already right there.
Wow, that's the first I heard of that. I'm looking in the comments for trying to see Mary's comment. I haven't seen her comment yet on that. Mary said that he's lying. She said he's lying. LOL. But
I think we all knew.
He also said, well, like
just because Mary says it, don't make it a lie. There's two sides to every story. It doesn't, it doesn't make it a lie, because we don't know if she was in a nut house or not. Now, that's something that, we should research. We should find out the truth on before we go and give Mary the benefit, oh, okay, well, it's Mary. We're just going to give Mary the, the okay here.
Yeah, but you do admit that Dawn,
I do admit that Dawn lies, but Mary's not the greatest truth teller in the whole world either. We all sin and fall short of the glory of God, so I'm not going to take Mary's word for it.
Oh, so what do you think that Mary's lied about? Are you just saying that all of us are, not the greatest truth tellers? Is that what you're saying?
Well, for one, Mary kept telling Donald, I'm not recording you, Donald. I'm not recording you, Donald, because I heard her with my own ears. She said, I'm not recording you. And she was. Why do you lie? I mean, if you're recording someone, say, hey, yeah, I'm recording you. Why did you lie?
Well,
I think that she was because some are being missing and stuff. That might be. I mean,
do you think if she would have said, I'm recording you, Don, or whoever would have been so open?
Oh yeah,
well, he probably would.
Donald still would.
But still, I mean, I just think that if I'm concerned about my, niece, and I'm concerned about
Donald was pretty sure that he was recording him anyway. I mean,
well, I know, but I'm just saying.
I
don't think that her lying about that makes her a non-honest person.
Well, that's one of the places where she did lie. Yeah. And she also didn't tell us about, the fact that, about her ex-old man and stuff. I mean, there's a few things there that Mary kept shut up also. Some of, they were just one big dysfunctional family. They were all dysfunctional, to be honest with you. I mean, the sister was messing with someone younger than her. Donald was he was older and messing with her. Mary was running around with a boyfriend at, I don't know what, like 13. He has a boyfriend.
But look what they were exposed to. Look what was allowed to happen in that
I
household.
understand that, but you can't feel sorry
So
for,
to me,
you can't just feel sorry for half of these kids and not all of them. Donald
No,
was
but
a
you're
kid.
No, I don't feel sorry for
But you're
Don
also-
because I think he did something to. I mean, and you're kind of even on your
I'm
own.
not-
You kind of
I'm not
question
taking-
Don yourself
I'm-
too, right?
I'm not taking up for Donald. I'm just saying, if we're going to, you know, because it's always,
who-
you know, like nobody ever thinks
but
about
you
the
just
boys.
said, what you just said, I'm sorry, really bothers me, and I have to address it. You just said that, and I think it was, Jeannie that you said was out running around at 12, 13 years old.
No,
Who
Mary.
gives a hell?
No, Mary.
Mary, who gives a? That doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, what does
Okay.
that matter? Why does that need to be pointed out?
It needs to be pointed out because they were all of them were smoking weed. All of them were acting out together. Donald was one of those acting out together.
Okay. So the reason why I defend Mary over Don is because so far I haven't found anything that Mary's lied about. And
I'm just saying,
he doesn't have a missing child. No, I'm very appreciative of you.
if they honestly put his mom into a nut house and he had to be a little boy seeing his family destroyed by this woman that, gets his dad to put his mother into a nut house and then has to divorce her before she can ever live a normal life again. You know how hard that is on a child that really loves their mom?
Absolutely. But it doesn't make it
and it's
Mary's
not
fault,
and
Dawn's
that
fault.
child,
It has
and
nothing
that
to do with the
child
kids.
is not just going to dislike that stepmom, but he's going to dislike the everything she drug in with her upon the dad, which is those children also. I'm just saying, Donald sounds like he needed some psychological help through them years and he didn't get it.
I don't know. Maybe
I
we
don't
should just
even know
move
what
on
to
from
say.
Jeannie and Mary. I think we should move on.
No, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to address this.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump down just because I'm a little heated and I don't want
Okay,
to.
yeah, come back here in a minute if you want, okay?
Okay. And no offense to you at all, Prayer Garden, at all. I'm passionate about certain things and I don't want to be disrespectful at all.
Okay.
So,
all right.
okay, thank you.
All right. Let me just talk this out with you and stuff. I get it. I just see my thing is it's like Dawn's the one that has the missing child. You know what I mean? And Dawn was the one that was in my. I mean, Mary dropped the ages. There was Jeannie that was born in 1971, and then Donnie born in 1964. Right. There was 7 years age difference. Jeannie would have been, if Jeannie was 5.
From what Donald tells me, when Jeannie was, I don't even think they had moved. From what he's saying, they didn't even move in until Jeannie was like 6 or 7 into their home. So, and Mary backed that up on one of her lives. I think it was with the interview room. She did back up that yes, they didn't move in until Jeannie was 6 or maybe going on 7. So what I'm saying is, he couldn't touch the kid at 5. They didn't even move in there until later. So, and he said that, the leg thing, it was like, how people try to grab your leg and just put pressure to it. He said it was absolute lie about going up her leg, that he didn't ever have anything to do with her at all until they were already riding the dirt bikes and she wanted to go with him all the time. And he said she touched him inappropriately. And the only sin he committed was allowing it. And then advancing back upon it.
I'm confused because I just thought that you were. I thought you were done with Dawn and stuff. I understand if you're just like, if you feel like that, what you're. I don't know. I'm confused because like yesterday I thought that you were, done with Dawn.
I am done with him, but what I'm saying is Jeannie's making him out to be such a horrible person and everything, and Mary and all of that, but.
I'm gonna have Mary. Mary's gonna come up, okay? I'm gonna have. Okay? And let's just try to be. You've been very respectful. I'm not saying that you haven't. Mary, there's the link.
And I'm gonna stay that way. I'm gonna stay that way.
And I think Mary will too. I really do. I've never seen her any differently. So I dropped the link, but yeah, I do feel like I feel like I'm in a tough spot right now, and
Jeannie said she doesn't want it or anything. So why did she call him in Texas and ask him to come back? I mean, he was in another state. He was gone. Why would she call him if she wasn't advancing to it?
But if,
You know what I'm
if, he was,
saying?
if Jeannie was
We have to face the truth. You know, we can't sit here and just believe what we want to believe. We got to face the truth.
I know, but how if but also I believe
That's all
he's
I'm
lying
saying.
to you.
I'm not, you know, I'm not
believe
for
he's lying
Donald.
to
I'm
you
not
about
for
the-
anyone touching a child. I think anybody that touches a child is a sicko. You know, that's disgusting. You should not ever touch a child.
Yes.
I'm not for that kind of thing, you know. So, you know, don't get me confused here, because, you know, I'm intervening on a situation that, you know, where I feel that we should look at all angles and not just focus, you know, on the big bad wolf Donald, when, you know, these sisters are trying not to take their part of what they had in it.
There is 7 years age difference, though. You know, you got to remember that. So when
we
he says,
we understand that, but
if Jeannie was calling him to ask him to come back and she was 13, that means he was 20, maybe 19.
yeah, but
And he probably was lying to you about
would you call a pedophile back to touch you some more if you didn't like it, or you didn't want it, or you didn't?
She
you
was
know.
a child, though. I mean,
and we're saying let's forgive Jeannie when she's 13, but let's not forgive Donald when he was only 12 or 13. See, it's still the same scenario here. Why? What I'm saying is, people today, they want no gender. They want no gender. And if we're not going to have no gender and equal rights for everyone, then everyone should, you know, take equal responsibility. I mean, when they do something, no matter what age they are, they should all take equal responsibility.
Mary is trying to join the channel. For some reason it's not adding her. I don't know if she's having, so Mary is trying to join right now. Well, the thing is, so it's kind of like, let's say that, you know, let's say that you're 19 and you have somebody 13 or 12 calling you and saying, oh, I'm in love with you, you know, and stuff. You as a 19-year-old are supposed to be, you know, more mature. Like, oh my gosh, no, you're
supposed to be like, you're supposed to be like, let me talk to your mother there for a minute. And, you know, let me talk to your mom for a minute, because I need to really talk to her about, you know, what kind of kid you are, because that's disgusting, and she really needs to do something about this, because you could get yourself hurt talking to people like that.
Yeah, I mean, well, but we, you know, Don didn't do that. Actually,
he didn't. And that was wrong. That was wrong.
And you got to also think, if Jeannie did do that, why was Jeannie? Okay, let's say Jeannie was calling him at 12 or 13, asking him to come back and stuff. Why would he? That doesn't even make sense, because she would have been a child. That means something would have had to been going on beforehand.
But see, this is a child that he was riding around on his dirt bike, and that, you know, they had done what they should not be doing. They had done things they should not have been doing. No child should be doing that.
Yeah,
where was these parents? Where was these parents at? What the hell is wrong with these parents? I mean, was they not conscious of what was
exactly.
going on?
I mean, Mary called it in and tried to get him arrested.
And what kind of
they
mother
had him drop it. The parents had him drop it. So
right. And what kind of mother did Mary have to, you know, to turn a blind eye for what?
Well, it wasn't. I think that Mary's mom was kind of, according to Mary, her mom was kind of was stuck. I mean, because he threatened to divorce her. I know. Trust me, it's child first. But the thing, trust me. I wish the parents would have.
She lived without that man. She lived without that man before she picked him up. She could live without him again. She did not have to be in that man's house. You're going to let your children be sexually molested so you can stay with some man? I mean, I don't give a damn if he's got a mansion. I'm leaving. You know, we can live in a box. We can live in a homeless shelter. We can live anywhere. I am not going to put up with that. Matter of fact, they would be putting him in a box.
I mean, obviously I'll send you the link again. Here's the link again, Mary. I'm sorry. But the thing is, the parents unfortunately didn't do anything about it. That's the thing. And it's like, now here we are and a child's missing. And, you know, that's why it was brought up, is because maybe the same thing was happening to Summer. I think that's just like I'm
going to tell you, Donald's MO is not touching his own blood. He didn't touch his sisters. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say he touched his daughter or anything, because.
But don't you think it was important that they told TBI? Though?
Putting that kind of stigma on someone, I'm not going to do that. I do know that, you know, I asked him about what True said, him bathing Summer with him and so forth. And yes, that was true. He said that she did bath with him, and he didn't want her going to bed dirty and, you know, or not be able to rest.
Okay,
But
did you ask him? Did he take showers naked with his sons? I mean, or was it just summer? And I'm not saying that you're wrong. Maybe he does it. He just touches little girls who aren't his sibling or his blood. But still, I think it was important to mention that.
Here's my thing. Is this goes back on Candace. Because where's Candace's lazy ass? Why ain't she watching her children?
We love you. Mary, I feel so bad. But when Detta says that she loves you, and okay, so I'll mute and let you talk, Mary. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Are you talking?
Yes. Sorry. Hey, Diggy. All right, can you hear me?
Are you talking to me?
Well, whoever. Who am I talking to?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I wanted to clear that up about what happened between our parents when they first got together. My mom started babysitting for my stepdad and his wife, but they were having problems, as far as I can understand from what my dad has told me, that they were having problems before my mom even came into the picture, because Donnie's mom, whether Donnie wants to admit it or not, was doing a lot of drugs and cocaine back then, and his dad was just getting fed up with it, and so he didn't want to be with her anymore, and he wanted a divorce. And then my dad told me that after my mom started babysitting, that they just fell in love with each other. And then Donnie's mom and dad got a divorce, and Donnie's mom got with Kelly, that was from Kentucky, and they got married immediately after they got divorced. And my mom and dad were still married up until I was 11 years old, and that's when my mom and dad got divorced.
So Donald's mother was
no, and I actually wanted to clear that up. It was my mom that was actually put in a nut house, because my mom has dementia, and she's had it since she was probably in her teens. But my mom actually went into the psych ward in Provo when I was, oh my gosh, how old was I? I believe I was about 6 years old. And she was in there for 2 years, okay? And then when she got out, right. Donnie's dad and her got back together.
So it was your mom that they were going to see in the psych ward?
Yeah, it was my mom that went in the psych ward. It wasn't Donnie's mom.
Why would he like him?
Because that's what Donnie does. Donnie lies. He lies so bad. And he's always been that way, And so I don't know, that's why I wanted to come on and clear this up. It's like, what is he saying? I don't understand why he's saying it was his mom, because his mom got with Kelly right after she divorced his dad. And they were together for, gosh, I think probably 15 years or so, so I don't understand why he's saying that.
I'm speechless.
Yeah. Donnie, he lies a lot, and he tries to manipulate people, and I don't understand why he does what he does either,
It was that piece of scenario that made me give him the benefit of the doubt of treating you guys for treating you. For treating you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it's, I totally understand where you're coming from, but Donnie, I don't know why he thinks that we always hated him and stuff, because we never did. We, just like he said, we did. We got along good, when we were teenagers and stuff. We never hated him, even like I said, after even what he had done to me when I was like 13, 14 years old, I never hated him, for doing that. So I don't know where he gets that from.
Well, if he's listening, I like to say this to him. You are the biggest piece of shit on the face of this earth. The biggest piece of shit on the face of this earth, Donald. The biggest. You lied. Why would you lie to someone like that? You sucked me in. That's what sucked me in and made me feel sorry for you. I thought that would mess any child's mind up to be put through what you said you were put through. No, you were not put through that. You were not put through that. And you don't tell people that you were. You mislead people like this. That is horrible.
I'm sorry, Mary. I just I muted you while she was talking to get rid of the echo. Sorry. And I what about Mary? Do you want to address? Do you know anything about? And I'm so sorry it got to this. I feel so bad, Mary. I am so sorry. Like I didn't know. Like, but you know, Prayer Garden's just going by what she was told and stuff. So that's why I wanted to talk it out. And I'm glad that you know you came up here and addressed it.
And I was sitting there defending him. Defending this man.
And so what about do you want to address the thing where about supposedly Jeannie asking him to come back? And do you know about that?
Yeah, I know about that. But what Donnie's saying is nothing but a lie. I mean, there is a 7 years difference between Donnie and Jeannie. Jeannie was born January 1st. She was a New Year's baby, 1971. It's even in the newspaper, her picture and everything. And Donnie was born November, I believe, 22nd or 24th of 1964. So maybe 6.5 years, 7 year difference there.
Donald was born November,
you know, and for, huh?
Donnie was born on November. He was born on the 14th of November, 1964.
Really? I always thought his birthday was the 22nd, but maybe that's his dad's birthday. I get him kind of mixed up. But anyways, there's a 7 year difference there. And for him to say that Jeannie called him in Texas and he was what, 17? So that would have made her what, 11 or 12?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
16, 17. Yeah, that would have made her 11 years old, you know? Yeah, I can see an 11-year-old calling him back then and saying, I love you. Not happening at all. And I don't know why, but he has. I will admit it. He has had a thing for Jeannie all these years. And, you know, I mean, people may not want to choose to believe it, but he did. He sexually assaulted her all them years, you know, and
still does.
You know, it's not. So I don't know.
Exactly. There was a 7 years difference. So really that's why I'm trying to emphasize is like, it doesn't matter if she did call him and say that because he's supposed to know better as the older one. I know even if he was just still 17 under 18, still, I mean, an 11-year-old, he's in a probably more, I mean, I don't know. I just don't think that we can give that means anything just because Jeannie called him and asked him to come back. That's my opinion though, because you know, that's 11 years old or 12. I mean, I don't know. If he was really just 17, like, I don't even know if I believe that. Would he have been 17, Mary?
Yeah.
You know, as far as I know, he was 19 when he was in Texas. But I could be wrong. But as far as I knew, I believe he was 19 when he was in Texas. I'm sure you could probably look up his arrest records from Texas and see how old he really was then, because I just remember my mom and dad having to drive down there to Texas to pick him up because he had just gotten out of prison or something, or they had to talk to the judge and get the judge to release him into my mom and dad's custody. So.
Okay.
Mary, do you believe that he did something to Summer? I mean, do you believe that he was SAing Summer?
Well, you know, I don't know so much about maybe sexually assaulting her. But stuff that I have heard in the past from his two older children makes me wonder. And plus the stuff that he done to Jeannie. It makes me wonder. You know, I can't say for sure because I wasn't there. You know,
And
I kind of feel like maybe he did, but I don't know.
I'd like to ask another question. Do you believe that he might have essayed any of his sons?
Well, I was talking to his oldest son little Donnie, not more than probably 3 months ago. It was first when all this first started coming out, and everybody was posting his picture and saying he was, a pedophile and everything. And I was over at my sister's house one day, and he was there, and he admitted to me. He said, because I asked him, I said, why don't you go on live with Donnie and explain things that happened and stuff? And he said, Mary, there's stuff that went on in that household that I will never, ever, ever speak of. I will never, ever tell anybody what the things went on in that household when he was younger.
I wondered about that because I found a picture, and I don't know if it was Allie's daughter with short hair, makeup on her face, or if it was one of the boys. I know it wasn't the oldest boy, but I do believe it might have been the middle boy. And they had makeup on and like girls' clothes, sitting on a bed, and they were about the same age as Summer when Summer came up missing. Leads me to believe there was more going on up there than meets the eye.
Mary, do you? Oops, sorry. Do you know if also with what she just said, do you know if he essayed his oldest daughter? I don't know if that's ever came out or not.
Well, yeah, that's the one I was just talking about, little Donnie. That's his oldest son.
No, his
And,
daughter.
No,
his daughter.
Oh, his daughter. Well, like I said, from what my daughter had said, that Margie, his oldest daughter, did tell my daughter that he was touching her. So they had come over to the house one day, and they were in her bedroom playing. And after they left, my daughter came out and said, little Margie told me that Donnie's been touching her. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, little Margie said that Donnie was touching her private areas. And I was like, oh God, that's just great. So, I'm sure it sounds to me like there was stuff going on in that house that them kids are never going to talk about. I'm surprised that them kids even made it alive out of that house.
Did you report it to Children's Services?
Oh yeah, I did. I was, our family was constantly calling CPS on Donnie and his first wife because we didn't agree with the way that they were raising their children, and the house was in terrible living conditions. The kids had scabies. It was a really bad situation, So when Donnie comes on and he starts talking about that and he says, oh, I'm lying, he's not. He's the one who's lying. We're not the ones lying. And yes, we did call CPS many, many times on him.
I caught Donald. I caught him in a lot of lies.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You should have. I mean, I don't know. I'm hopefully that talking to Mary one-on-one has maybe helped you out a little bit with your. I don't know. I understand that you did talk to him on the phone for a while, and got kind of a little bit of a friendship. And Mary, his two oldest had scabies also, or well, don't want to say also, because it hasn't come out about the younger boys, but that's just what I was told about the scabies. Is that true?
Yes, that is true. Yes, their kids had scabies. Yes, that is very, very 100% true. And you could maybe even try and find the records because it was put in their school records because the school called my mom. And I believe I told this to everybody when I was doing the live with Teresa. The school had called my mom because they were living in terrible, horrible conditions. And then last night when I was listening to your live and, she was saying that the kids had scabies, I was like, well, it seems like nothing has changed in that household in over 20, 30 years. So.
Well,
oh my God, my mouth is dropped right now. I cannot believe that. Because I didn't even know scabies was a thing. I know obviously it's a thing, but his first kids had it. Now, allegedly, the other ones had it, or I have never known somebody to have scabies. Sorry, Prayer Garden. Did you want to say something?
It's not allegedly. Donald said they do have scabies. Child Services said they had scabies. They took them to well care. They had to go get the well care thing done at the hospital where before they put them into someone's home, they have them overlooked. All children go through it. And Donald said that the boys, because everybody was saying body lice, and he said no, they had scabies for sure.
Well,
So
I say allegedly just because, not to get myself in trouble. I try to just say allegedly or
well, Donald lies. Donald lied. I don't think he lied about that, but
oh no.
Donald had why didn't someone get him why didn't his father get him some mental health care when he was young? When your mother told Donnie's dad that he was doing bad things to your sister and so forth, why didn't the man get Donnie some care? He knew what's kind of son.
Right. Well, I don't know about that because, my dad was just always protective of Donnie. Donnie was
your dad was aiding and abetting a child molester. He was basically grooming Donald to be what he is today. A pedophile.
Yeah, I don't know why, but my dad has always just tried to protect Donnie. And like I said, Donnie started young. He was maybe 13 when he started like going to convenience stores and robbing them and getting into really bad drugs. And he just got in with these real, in his teen years into these bad people that we didn't even know, And every time Donnie would get in trouble or do something wrong, my dad was right there to bail him out, and I don't know why my dad's always done that. I have no clue why my dad's done that, but he has, and even to this day, he's still bedridden as he is on his deathbed. He's still, when Donnie calls, he's right there for him and tells him whatever I can do. I mean, I believe my dad even told him, well, if you want me to, I will sell my house and give it all to you because Summer went missing, so I don't know. I don't know why my dad does that.
Really.
Wow, that's crazy.
There's something don't sound right about that, Mary. Could was touching your sister before he was 13. I heard he started touching her like when he was 10, 11 years old.
No, that's not true because Donnie was living with his mom and stepdad up until he was 12 years old. Because Donnie always wanted to come and live with us and his dad, but he couldn't until he was 12 years old because back then the judge told him, well, you have to wait until he turns 12 because then he's old enough to make that decision on his own because Donnie's mom was absolutely not letting my dad take them kids. She absolutely was firm on that. So when Donnie turned 12 years old is when he moved in with us. And then they bought that house in Roy in about, I believe it was June of 1977. And that's when he started touching Jeannie and doing stuff to her. That was the first time was in that house. So, whatever Donnie's telling you is totally wrong.
But that's still before he got with the boys and got on drugs and everything, yes?
What do you mean before he got with the boys?
The people that you're talking about, the bad crowd, the bad people.
Yeah, that was before he got in with the bad people, but probably it was just about 2 years or so after we moved into that house is when Donnie started getting into drugs and with people we didn't even know and doing crimes.
I believe that a child is not going to do things that it does not see others do or someone is not doing to it.
I don't know, not always, but not always. Unfortunately, some people just end up being like the Twitty C's telling you, don't say anymore, Mary.
Oh God. Well, anyway, everybody keeps saying, well, Donnie had to have picked it up somewhere. Donnie himself has came out and said that his stepdad sexually abused his two sisters. He has came out live and said that. But I really do think that Donnie was actually sexually assaulted by his stepdad. And he just don't want to tell anybody about it. And like I said, if you've been sexually assaulted, and especially if you're a man, it is so shameful. I'm sure there's not even anything Donnie wants to even say about that if that's what happened to him.
in jail.
Yep. He also said that he was sexually assaulted in jail, but when he started touching Jeannie, he was 12 years old. So, but he sat and he lived with his mom and sexually abused stepfather from the time he was what? When did his mom and dad get a divorce? I believe he was 5 years old when his mom and dad got a divorce.
Hey, Mary, some people are concerned that you're being set up right now. I don't know. I'm just telling you. I don't know if that's true, or because somebody said they're setting you up, Mary. Dawn is putting a PG Prayer Garden of America up to this. I don't know. So they're just concerned. Just to let you know.
Well, that's okay. I mean, if they want to set me up, that's okay. I don't care. It don't bother me. I mean, set me up for what? There's nothing to set me up for. I'm just on here telling the truth. And if people want to check into it, they sure can, because I'm sure there's records,
Yeah, I don't think that you've said anything that's, you've incriminating. I mean, you just said, I don't know what would be incriminating on you. I don't know why people are saying that. I was just letting you know because they had sent a super sticker or a super chat, and I just wanted to pass on the message just to, they're just wanting you to be careful of what you say, I guess. Sorry, Prayer Garden, I have to go back and forth, and because of the echo, I have to mute you when Mary's talking, and also go back and forth. So sorry about that. If you were talking, were you saying anything, Prayer Garden?
No, all I want to say is I'm sorry, Mary. I thought that, I really believed Donald. I really honestly believed that what he was saying about his mom being in the mental institution, I believe it was your mom, not his. I'm sorry. I got sucked in by him, and I'm sorry I did. I'm very sorry I did. And, I felt like, that's probably why he was acting out, why he was doing the things he was doing to your family and acting out the way he was. But, my mistake for believing a liar, and I'm not going to apologize for that because, I'm a Christian person. I like to believe people. I want to believe everyone, and I want to give all people the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to, take into account that just because he was a boy, he should be crucified, where a girl don't get crucified, when women do things as much as men do. And I was just, feeling like, well, if he had that bad of a childhood and he had to go see his mom after getting electrical shocks and a divorce before she could live a normal life. And, I was just thinking, he sucked me in on that one, anybody would feel pity for someone that went through all of that, if it was true. And how was I to know it wasn't? So I do owe you.
Yeah, and I don't blame you, because that's what Donnie does, and that's what he does best. He lies and he manipulates people into believing him, and oh, poor Donnie, but that's I'm sure by now that that's not the way it is. And of course he lied to you and said all that stuff about his mom going into the mental institution, but that's totally wrong, because she married Kelly and got custody of all 3 of the kids not more than a year after him and his dad got divorced. So he was living with her up until he was 12 years old. He would come over. I remember he would come over on weekends and stay Saturday and Sunday and go home Sunday night. Maybe come over Friday night and go home Sunday night. But that's the way it was until he was 12 years old. So what he told you is a total lie, and I'm really sorry that you got sucked into it.
I'm sorry about it too. He asked me to help him write a book on how bad his life was with you guys.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah. So you can imagine how I'm sitting here feeling right now.
Yeah. Well, it's better late than never to, be aware of,
Well,
and I think it's good. I think it's good that you see all sides and try to come up. That's what you should do. You should, try to, that's what critical thinking calls for, is to see all sides and then come up with your, what you believe is the truth. So,
well, at least he made a rural ass out of me.
well,
him and Candace are still with their heads together, a dumbass. So, it's better to be a rural ass, I guess, than a dumbass. as they are. But I am pissed. I am very pissed. I am very sorry for your family, what they had to go through. I'm sorry that, your mother was the one that he was using her story, her story for his benefit. I am so sorry. God bless you. I'm sorry you have to go through all of this. Wow.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to look up the records, I'm sure they'll find that it was my mom that was in Provo for 2 years at the state hospital. She was even down here in Ogden at one of the mental institutions for a little while too, because she, like I said, she has dementia. And when she goes off her pills, she's very, very weird and very, very funny. And, that's what happens. She has to be institutionalized. And that's been going on since I was little. So, and for Donnie to say that that was his mom.
Uh-oh. Mary just, let me see here. Mary just froze, but. Luca, by the way, Luca, you are kicked from my band and you are de-wrenched from my chat from here on out, and you are kicked from our Discord. Just to let everybody know. I knew somebody warned me about you and I should have listened to them. Anyways, oh, Mary, there you are. There you are. You were froze for a second.
Just tried calling me.
He tried to call you.
Oh my God, are you serious? Okay, she just dropped for a second. The reward fund is now $30,000. I don't know what just happened. He just tried to call her. You guys, I'm sorry that I upset some people, but I'm glad that we let it ride out the way we did, or I should say, and I'm glad I let it ride out, because now we've got to this point where Prayer Garden is taking some things in and change her point of view a little bit. And so I'm sorry that some of you guys got upset, but trust me, there's a method to my madness. I'm not, just because I'm letting somebody speak doesn't mean that I agree with them 100%. And you gotta remember too, Prayer Garden was going off of what she was told. And we lost Mary, but I'm gonna go ahead and add glitter to the I feel like maybe Dawn purposely called Mary to get her kicked off the panel. But I appreciate Mary coming up and stuff, and she answered some questions. And thank you so much, Prayer Garden. But I do want to. I'm sorry that some of you guys don't like that. I wasn't gonna just drop somebody when they say one thing I didn't like. That's how we get a conversation and something. Get a conversation going, and we talked it out, and here we are. Prayer Garden has changed her mind a little bit. You got to talk to Mary, which would not have happened had I have dropped Prayer Garden at the time that many of you guys wanted me to. I can't make everybody happy. I'm so sorry. Thank you, Misunderstood. And thank you, Lips. Oh, there's Mary, and Mary's back. So he got you. Did his call make you drop?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he cussed. Yeah, I can tell he's mad, and he'll probably keep trying to call me, so I keep dropping off. So because he don't want me to tell you guys anything, he don't want me to say anything.
Yeah, I think that people were worried you were saying too much, or they were afraid that you were. Which I don't know why anybody would think it was a setup. Mary wasn't even plan to come on. I would never set Mary up. That's crazy thinking if somebody really thought I was me. And Prayer Garden didn't think that Mary was going to be up here either. So, it wasn't any type of setup.
No.
So I hope you don't believe that, Mary.
Right. I don't know. I don't believe it was a setup. And not only that, at the very first, when you guys brought up them messages between Prayer Garden of America and Donnie, there's one part in there that he talks about sexually assaulting Jeannie. And that is very good evidence for our case. And I'm going to send that actually to the detective that's on our case. And I think that will be really good evidence also from what we've got, from him admitting on that phone call to me that, oh, all we did was do a little touchy-feely playhouse. So, that's good evidence too. So,
Yeah, did you get that? Did you get that screenshotted and everything? Did you get that screenshotted what you needed?
No, I didn't, but I will. I'll go back and get it. So yeah.
Okay, it's on here. If nothing else, if something happens to that video or something, it's
Hi,
here
Mary.
too.
How are you? It is so nice to meet you. I have watched you on Chris McDonough several times and other places as well. And I just wanted to tell you that I am like unbelievably proud of you and Jeannie. And I think what you guys are doing is so courageous. And I want you guys to know that we stand behind you 150%, no matter what. And it will always, always be that way. And thank you so much for doing what you guys have done for Summer.
One second. West Virginia is saying that we were hearing someone telling Prayer Garden what to say. I don't know if that's true or not.
I do have another thing I'd like to say as well.
No.
And I'm going to try to do this in the most calm manner I possibly can. But I have to say, I am so pissed off. And the reason for that being is because Prayer Garden of America, you sat up here and you said that we should all accept this as truth and whatnot. I'm not going to be able to say word for word what you said. And, basically.
Yeah, sure, Nita. We'll have a break. That's probably the bulk of what was said anyway. I just popped the link in the chat. Wow, guys, that was a lot. You were totally right. It was. How good did Mary do, guys? Let's put some hearts in the chat for Mary. She did awesome. Yep, I just dropped the link for you, Nita. It's in the chat. Oh, so did she come back up as well again, Sana? Yeah, we might play the rest of it tomorrow so we're up to 2 hours, 14 minutes. Justice for Summer. Mary strong, Jeannie strong. And guys, I totally get it that Jeannie isn't very vocal. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Welcome to the family. Oh, everyone's family, but we've got some special things going out to members and things. She is awesome. I don't think, guys, I could be that controlled as Mary was, and her voice never got elevated or intense at any time, did it? She just plowed through, set the facts straight. But I wonder if Prayer Gardens of America, if she tried to oppose what Mary was saying, I think Mary was prepared to go harder if she had to. Yeah, I do too. I'm starting to feel like how I was this morning was uncalled for now. But all this stuff, that's what you get so emotional about everything, and you know, you like to think that you're really strong and you've got this, and then the tiniest little thing can blow up because, oh, you're backstage. Sorry, Nita. There you go. I haven't got any tarot cards for you.
I've got my weird deck. I'm trying to find my headphones to get one set's dead apparently, so I'm hunting another set.
Oh,
I haven't been able. I've been popping in and out.
you're
I'm
right.
trying to catch up. I'm so far behind, but I'm thankful. I actually think, Sharon.
Yeah.
I missed a lot of drama. Yay!
You did. It was I was really worried last night when LC wanted to come up because I sort of knew what was going on, and yeah, it's a lot. The whole thing is a lot.
Well, I still don't honestly know what LC's talking about that was going on with her, and I'm just gonna be brutally honest. It didn't involve me,
No.
and it didn't even happen at the vigil that I helped organize or was present for. So I would have preferred she went where it was relevant. And my
Yeah.
screen locked up. I was so like I almost just had to end the live stream because my screen just totally locked up.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get anything. I couldn't unmute myself. I had to reload the entire page.
Yeah.
So it was a little insane.
Yeah. Oh,
But yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
with
I
the-
guess I'm glad that she spoke her piece.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I still don't know what was going on, and I think it sounds real petty and like it's not something we want to deal with.
No. But at least she got up and defended herself and stuff, and you let her do that, and that was good. So,
And that's as far as it's going to go. I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, you know.
no.
I don't want to be funny. I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody or anything, but I told her nicely that, hey, you know, you got to say your piece, and everything I'm hearing, it really doesn't involve me and my people on my channel.
No.
So the best advice I can give you is we ain't mad at you, and go address who you need to address directly. And because I don't know what to tell you. I can't have an opinion about something I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with. That
Yeah,
just
exactly.
to me that would be just fake of me, and I can't do that.
Yeah, exactly. No, I totally agree with you.
Yeah. But the vigil was wonderful, and
how beautiful was it?
yes, and it was so peaceful.
Yeah.
And no drama. We didn't have any kind of mess. Everybody was just so respectful. And it was beautiful.
Yeah.
I
Could've
met so
been
many
there.
people. And
And you got Libby too. You met Libby in person.
oh yeah. Somewhere we have pictures that we took together. She's
that's-
wonderful too. And let me tell you something. She's artistic as artistic can be. She even has pretty penmanship, you guys.
Really?
I don't. Yes, she does. She really does. She's
Wow.
just, you can just tell, you know, you meet somebody in person, you think they're a good person, and then you meet them in person and you know. I 100% can tell you guys that Libby is like the real deal. What you hear and see is what you get. She's really cool people.
Yeah. Yeah, she comes across like that as well. Like, I really respect the lady and admire her. She's fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
some people
was there
get.
any?
Oh, sorry. I've calmed down heaps now. I'm not. I was really upset earlier, and
That's what I was going to ask. What was wrong with you? People were
So-
telling me that you were really upset. Could I come help you out? And I'm like, well, I'm in a car, but as soon as I get to my house and can get online, yeah.
um,
I don't, Was somebody being mean to you or something?
No. It's just the
Oh.
whole thing with the fundraiser, how it's gone to shit in the
Oh,
few hours, and everyone's fighting and arguing, and then you go into a Discord channel, and because you're in there, you're in
yeah.
trouble because you've been in someone else's chat. Like, I don't play that bullshit, and I don't
No,
being put in that situation where they think that you have to choose. You know,
no, I don't think our I say my sunshines. That's what my subscribers have named themselves,
yeah,
and they're my rays of sunshine. So that makes sense. But I don't want them to choose. I want them to be free thinkers. I give my sunshines homework because I want
yeah,
in whatever case we're talking about, I want you to be as well versed as I am. You know,
yeah,
don't take my word for it. Here's where you go find it and go see it yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I just didn't like the fact that, you know, the people in Discord were like, well, I seen you in somebody's chat, and, you know, are you a mole? Like, I'm 50
Oh no.
old, you know, like, don't come at me with this, you know, like I'm spying and screenshotting, and I do not do that shit. If I've got something to say, I will say it to that person. You know what I mean?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
It's just immature, and the people in the Discord channel sometimes fuel it further and egg on the creators and make it so
Uh-huh.
worse, you know?
Yeah,
And
that's why I won't even have a Discord. I won't do one. I've told my mods since they first told me what it was, and I said, well, one, it sounds too much like Twitter. And
yeah,
Twitter, I'm ADD. So Twitter, like, I can't handle it. It's too spastic for me. And I
yeah,
can't do Discord because it's too much drama. I'm not good with drama. I'm a bull in a china shop type person when it comes to it.
yeah,
Like, don't ask me my opinion because I will give it to you. And then, you know, good or bad, it may make somebody upset, you know.
yeah,
I just hate that this fundraiser because I know Q Carlock and John QQ and Penny and Scott and everybody. I know in the beginning it started out because I was asked, Libby, and everybody asked me to come in and support as well. And I still give my support because I know the people that began this, that started it, number one, have full transparency that they want to put out there for it. And number two, it is all about summer in the end, you guys. That's
Agreed.
where they're coming from. I don't know what the drama is. I haven't been versed in it. But I
Yeah,
do know that the two Qs and Scott and Penny and I've had, listen, this is coming from somebody that had issues with TCC. What I'm
yeah,
telling you is I know they're coming from the right place.
exactly.
So,
And it's
and I
about
know
some,
that the money that I saw Chase in person. So anybody that wants to know, I can sit here and tell you, one, he's honest. Two, the authorities and people in charge all around the bank, all around Hawkins County, Sullivan County, they all know about what's going on. They know that Chase is walking in that bank with that cashier's check and what amount to expect it to be.
yes,
So I don't really think there's no issue of anything not being above board.
no, it's about just
I mean, I
waving.
know some people are funny about the bank itself, and that wasn't our choice.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
we
is
didn't set the
there
fund
one
up.
bank there at Nita?
Do what, ma'am?
Is there only one bank in that particular area?
No,
Or
there
is
is another bank.
So that bank obviously is the bank for Churchill.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay.
The rescue squad and stuff, from what I understand, already had all their stuff in there, you know?
Yeah.
And it was just simpler for them to set that bank up. That's the same bank. Oh, sorry, I hit a button on my earphones. That's the same bank they used for little Carly Trent's um, reward fund as well.
Yeah.
Now that bank was purchased by a group in June of 2021, June 19th. I've already looked all that up. We've already see it's been researched. It wasn't anything willy-nilly. The bank is bound by a contract. So they can't do anything but what the contract allows for them to do. It's not the bank has no choice about where the monies go. They have no dog in the fight per se. That's all predetermined when Tim Coop set that up.
Yeah, I get it.
So, you know, one of the ladies, and I'm gonna leave her name out, gave me the best because I had got a little whisper, and somebody had emailed me while I was at the vigil with some concerns that people were having about the bank and whatnot. I will let you guys know this trust is set up to where in no way any family member is going to be able to claim the money in any way, shape, or form and touch it. I can tell you that. I can also say what I was told, and this comes from the locals, right, face-to-face conversation having. If you give what you want to give, but if it's something that's going to make you lose sleep at night, then just don't do it.
Yeah.
That was the best way I know. Give with an open heart and with no expectations, or not giving because you want to control something, or because you don't. Just do it because that's what your heart and your spirit leads you to do.
Yeah. No, I think people started with like.
Yeah, that's disgusting. I can't.
Yeah, they want their money back. And
why? But why? This is what I don't. And that's what I've missed, Sharon. Why? Why do people want their money back?
There has been people saying that some people said that John Q and Q Carlock, Penny and Scott were talking about changing where the money was going to go or something, but that wasn't the conversation.
No,
because
that was not the conversation. You're right.
I didn't even go live because I didn't want to leave the fundraiser party type thing. You know what I mean? So I heard that conversation, and they were just talking about what you just talked about, as in they wanted more information about the bank for when the 6 months is up, and whether they can say where the money goes to or what happens. That's
my understanding was that they were looking at several avenues, and they were talking about taking a poll that everybody that contributed would have a vote. And like right now as it's set up, if you look at what's currently in there without any of our donations that we took, what was already in there before this started. There's one check for $25,000 and another check for $10,000, and then there's other monies. I think and my figures may be off. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. I apologize, but I think it was 25 and 10. There's two separate checks, and both are fairly large amounts that have nothing to do with our monies raised. They were already in the fund. They are earmarked to not go to the CAC to decide where it goes. Those two donors donated that money, and it was a private agreement. My understanding is that they have chosen a charity already for if the money gets dissolved and she hasn't been found and it doesn't go to somebody, that their money will go to this charity and this charity. And that's what I understood that the conversation was about. Well, we're going to hand this check for now over $30,000 to the bank. Can we choose that rather than say it go to Churchill Rescue Fund or Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Hawkins County? Can we choose that it go to SA Survivors Anonymous or something? Can we choose to set up a trust that would be there for Summer and the boys, or the boys, when they, different things.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I think what was decided was that they were going to present that to everybody's people at the same time and just do like a poll, like a vote,
Yeah.
give like 4 options of should the money go to CAC like it's set up to do? Should it go to this group or this group or this group? But whatever they were going to do, they were going to make it to where it would only go to the people it was specified to go to.
Yeah.
That was the whole thought process that I was privy to, and nothing untoward was discussed.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything like that either, Nita. And I don't know. I just think towards the end, it just got out of hand, and I don't know.
Yeah, I
if
didn't
that,
hear it, thank God.
yeah. So I just wanted to come live earlier because I was upset about the way people were carrying on in the background about, why such and such here, they're a mole, and I just couldn't handle it. It just got me. I just can't handle that sort of stuff. Like,
you're like me, you don't deal well with it.
I really don't. And I'm a grandmother. And if my kids or grandkids carried on like that, I would boot their butt. I'm not even joking. It's like mob mentality, when there's a whole group of people.
Yeah.
And I've been saying this for weeks and weeks and weeks. What pisses me off is a creator can have, like, and I use Mrs. Cher for an example in this. So remember when she was all loved up to Don and Candace and everything was sweet, and her whole chat were agreeing with her. Yeah, you go, girl. We believe they're innocent. Whatever she said, they went with. Okay, and then when she goes back on them, and she starts fighting with Don and Candace, instantly the chat are like, yeah, we didn't believe him either, and they're backing her up again. And I'm like, so these 200 people have also their minds since yesterday. Like,
well, I see something in the chat, Sharon, that I wanted to answer, like 2 things real quick. Val and Steve at home and on the go. That's what CAC that I was talking about is the Child Advocacy Center, CAC. And if you'll look, that is who also received the reward funds from Carly Trent. And if you'll also look back in stories, you'll see that there are 2 separate checks that are earmarked to not go that way. And those checks were there prior to the marathon. And that agreement was made between Tim Coop and those. And we're not all privy to what that's about. Then we don't know who donated it. We just know there's 2 checks. One is $25,000 and one is $10,000 that are earmarked to not go to CAC. And there's been several different articles about it. And I talked to people while I was there at the vigil that was in Kingsport. I was all over. That's why I didn't make it until after 3-something, because I had some personal interviews that I did with some locals, and I gave my word to not release certain stuff, and I'm not going to, but I did talk to some people in that area, and I want to make it known to everyone, because I think it's real important, Sharon, on this part, that everybody know there are some wonderful people in that area. I was treated so wonderfully, so respectfully, and so kindly. And I want to make sure that gets out there above all, because a lot of these people, because they live in the Hawkins County area, they have taken a whole lot of a lot. Everybody looks at them like they're involved or they know, and a lot of them don't know and are really out here advocating for something to be done for this little girl.
Yeah. And like every town, I don't care where it is, every town has bad things happen, and the underbelly of a certain area, no matter how big or how small the town is, everyone has them. But soon as
And,
you're in Hawkins County now, the whole area is tainted, isn't it? And it's sad
it really,
for the lovely people.
it really is because, guys, we had a lot of people show up at our vigil. We reached close to 100 people. We had neighbors people that actually lived on Ben Hill that were there. I had people we had them from other states, South Carolina, Kentucky, all the way to the coast of North Carolina, the coast of Tennessee. We had some people from Arkansas. I mean, we had people come from all over. And it was a wonderfully calm, uneventful service. Everybody was so respectful regardless. We had so many people there that had different viewpoints and different thoughts about this case, but everyone was so respectful of each other. It was really reiterated over and over again how we were all there for one cause, and that was Summer, and showing her honor and letting her know and everyone know that we're speaking up and we're her voice and we're not going to shut up until she gets justice. And that was it.
Yeah, that's how I was feeling last night. I didn't hear the last 10 minutes of that live last night, so I don't even know what was said in the last 10 minutes, but I sort of had a sad feeling when it was over as well, because I thought, I hope it doesn't go quiet again. Like, we've got to keep going, We're not so much as in the marathon, but we still have to keep going. Like, the marathon's finished and the vigil's finished, but we still have to keep going.
Absolutely. I agree. And I made a promise to my sunshines from day one that I've been on this case, that until justice is reached in whatever way for Summer, that we're not going to stop. We're just not.
Nope, not at all, Nada. But I have calmed down quite a bit now, thank goodness.
I'm glad. They said you were upset. I came to check.
Yeah, that were really lovely, and they just let me vent and get past it. But when I get ticked off with things like that, I find it really hard to self-regulate my emotions,
Yes.
I just have to get it out.
We got to get you a deck of my tarot cards that my sub gave me. My sunshine gave me those. They're awesome, are they not?
Oh, they were hilarious. They were so
we were having I think I'm going to do that again tonight, just for giggles.
Yeah, it's awesome. I loved it. And wasn't it funny how every card you pulled for the troll was negative, but then when you're doing it for the chat members, they were all awesome cards.
Yes, I thought they all had negative cards because, guys, I'm not a big tarot thing. I don't want people thinking that I'm a psychic channel. I'm not really that big into it. I don't think I'm gifted or anything. But let me tell y'all, one of my sunshines, Miss Lady Justice, gave me these and said to me, this was in person, we were at the vigil, and she said, I know you don't do tarot and stuff, but I really think you'll like these.
Yeah.
And how to say this? And so I was just fooling around with them last night, and I was like, well, they're supposed to be, it's called the Swear Tarot deck. And I was like, well, they're supposed to be really kind of mean, and the ones I saw, and like cursing people out type thing. So let's just use these and pull a card for the trolls. Yeah. And I don't know what it was, but they were stuck on poop. Everything was about you can't. What was it? You can't put a shine on a turd or something.
Yeah.
And I was just rolling. And then everyone I went to pull, like for Sharon and for We Scottish Ma and stuff, it was like, go for it. You need to take action. You're going to win money. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Because I was like, no, I don't want to pull cards for y'all. They're mean. And
No, I want one.
I like y'all. I don't want to make this is
Yeah.
just for the trolls.
Yeah.
But yeah, it worked out. So from now on, that's how I'm handling my trolls. So if you come and troll me or troll my channel, I'm going to pull your card.
Yeah. Great. I love it.
I think
gonna
that worked out great.
I'm going to order some. The Swear Tarot.
Did I lose Sharon? Oh.
I'm here.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I think that worked out great because we all got to laugh at them and we trolled them.
Yeah, we did. It was so cool. I loved
Yeah.
it.
It was like taking the power back. So
Yeah.
yeah, and that's what my
like,
channel's about. So it was great.
yeah. No, I had a great time.
And
yeah,
you're going to be rich. I mean,
I've got some money coming my way, Nita, thanks to you.
yeah. Let's hope it's true.
Oh, God. I don't know. It's just been a crazy few weeks, hasn't it?
Yes,
But
it has.
We'll keep yelling and screaming about summer and keep it all still happening.
Absolutely.
And you fall asleep, didn't you?
In my live, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and because of my phone going off, it played my ringtones and my
Yeah.
microphone picked it up. So that it wouldn't let me silence it. So I actually had to unlist that video because it got a copyright acknowledgement and the
Yeah.
person wouldn't agree to I guess let it be in or whatever. So I had to unlist that video.
Oh,
Is what
bugger.
YouTube told me. But it's
Yeah.
cool. It's cool. We'll figure out something. I'll edit it some way or something.
I've been in
But
2
I
lives.
like what Luca was saying. I wanted to kind of touch on that. I see her in the chat. She
Yeah.
said that the reward fund is symbolic, and that is so true. I
Mhm.
think, yeah, you put it up there on. We raised a lot of money, and it
Yeah.
is symbolic, you guys. It's symbolic of, just think, that's $30,000, okay? So let's
Mhm.
say that's 30,000 voices screaming to the powers that be. We're not going to forget summer.
Yeah.
We're not going to let you sweep this under the rug. We're going to make you do your jobs, and we're going to make you get justice for this little girl, and we're letting you know. We're watching you.
Yeah.
We're going to tell what you don't do and what you do. And what we're also going to do is we're going to be watching, because we're not going to let this happen to any other child again.
No. It's
You know?
but that's a testament to what everyone's been doing. Like, you
Yep.
traveled and were running around for 3 days straight, the marathon going for hours and hours on end. And
Yep.
in proof of that, I've been in 2 lives where 2 creators have like physically fell asleep on their lives, because Q went to sleep on her live
Bless it.
Saturday night my time, and I booted up with the links and everything to try and fill that gap so everyone could have a rest. And then last night you fell asleep. So
Yeah.
there's the proof right there that people are so dedicated to finding summer. And, you know, if people can't see that who's genuine and who's not, then seriously, go have a look.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mhm.
And you know, I've said this, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. It doesn't matter to me at all what anybody's thoughts are on this subject. It doesn't matter to me whatsoever. And I welcome the debate on my channel, as long as we can do it like adults. You know, we don't got to be name calling. You don't got to get mad and scream and holler at people. But if you think that the parents are guilty. Okay, if you think they're innocent, okay, I want to hear why. What I
Yeah.
want to hear is the facts that you have that support your theory. That's what I want to know, because maybe you can educate me. Maybe you can come with a theory that and facts that I missed and that I don't know about.
Yeah.
But don't get angry at me either if I pull out facts, if I pull out court documents and be like, nope, what you're saying isn't true. Here's why, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and
Yeah.
because that's what I'm supposed to be doing, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And I
I
wish
was
I had
duped into picking up someone
sorry.
close to the vigil, got me lost. Oh, darling,
Mm.
Georgia Peach, you were fine. I saw you in person there. You got to come. You know, you got to see the lights. And guys, one of the most beautiful displays that were there were everybody's cards. All the cards and letters that you guys have been sending in were
Mm.
on one of the displays I showed you. It was an easel with purple lights surrounding it and a
Yeah.
big purple lantern at the bottom. It was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. And that's the thing. And I agree with what Luke is saying. We cannot allow a couple negative Nancys to come in here, and I don't know who they are. I've not heard what's going on. I just know that there's some negativity. And all I'm saying to y'all is we got to let it go. Just LIG it. Let it
Yeah.
go. Let whoever's negative go on with their negative Nancy pants and stay in the corner by themselves. And everybody that's being positive, let's join hands. Let's join arms and let's stick together, because
Exactly.
with our voices raised together, look at what we've already been able to accomplish. Look at
Yeah.
the money we raised. Look at how wonderful this vigil was and how many people came. Look at the fact. We know we're being watched and we know we're being listened to. I can promise y'all that. Because within 5 minutes of me rolling up and 3 hours people had been there, another creator that I'm not going to mention his name because she's not here, wonderful lady, was there and had been for an hour and a half. I get there and within 5 minutes, Parks and Recreation's rolling up asking about a permit.
Oh my
Are you
God.
are you the person that scheduled this event, a permit? And I must say, you guys, Mr. Chase, 423 Chase,
Yeah.
and Twister that was there were absolutely wonderful. They handled the situation, and Parks and Recreation wasn't mean. They weren't rude. They weren't disrespectful at all. They just said, we need something on the books, paperwork, for insurance type purposes, because this is a public state park and we're supposed to have an official permit filed, and I can't find the paperwork. She said, we're not asking y'all to leave or none of that. It's nothing like that. We just need something on paper. I was going to get my ID and do it. I was told not to,
Oh.
because just in case there was any weird reasons behind it. And Mr. Chase made sure and took care of it.
Oh,
You know,
thank
he was there. And guys, the billboard, it's amazing. Just so y'all know,
I haven't
he worked tirelessly all day through that vigil, and that billboard is awesome, Sharon. It's just gorgeous. Um,
Oh, I hope
guys,
you
we
go.
have nothing but happiness and
Yeah.
joy. That's we need to focus on the positive steps that have been made, you know. That's right,
Exactly.
Luca. Team Summer. Summer's
Yeah.
army is marching. We will not be
Nope.
pushed down. And
No.
that's the thing.
And yeah, I just wanted to say to everyone's in chat and subs, don't let people bully you into the fact that they feel that you should have to make a decision. Like, be true to yourself and
That's right.
go with what you think is what you want to do. Like, don't be bullied. It's just, yeah, you don't have to pick a side. Like, I'm sure these
That's
guys
right.
will work it out down the road a bit, because it's not going to achieve anything, to be honest. In the long run, it's just making a divide, and it's horrible, actually. But I'm not going to choose a side because I love everybody and I'm just going to keep rolling with what I'm doing.
Absolutely. Sharon, you nor anybody else should have to pick a side. Whether
No.
listen, and my subs can tell you this. I don't watch certain channels, and I don't make any bones about it. But I don't tell them not to. I don't say I don't watch this. Don't you go watch this? Don't you subscribe? No, absolutely not. Go watch them. Watch the other channels. Read this article I showed you. Go look at this record that's on file at the courthouse I showed you. Go watch this channel. Go watch that channel. Watch all sides, and then make a choice and a decision for yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Have your own voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it when my sunshines have went and viewed everything and come back and tell me, okay, I agree. I think this is right. Or they don't, and they tell me they think it's wrong. I have one of my mods, and I'm gonna blow y'all's mind right now. One of my mods openly is a friend of Lizzie B. Savage. She's one
Wow.
of my first subs, and she's one of my mods. And
Yeah.
she's told me I can take her wrench away, if I want to, but that she's cool with her. No, because you're not causing drama. You're not running back and forth. You're not starting BS. No. And you're welcome to agree with her and her feelings on certain stuff and
Yeah.
to talk to her. We're grown. We can do that.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
cool
it.
with that.
We are grown.
And it's not been a problem for me.
No. No, I'm sure it'll all blow over. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm just gonna, because I was that way this morning. I was gonna shut my channel down because I just,
No.
yeah, I was getting that worked up because it just gave me a really, really foul feeling, and I didn't like it. It was like the whole marathon thing was just tainted in drama, and I didn't like it at all. But anyway,
Well, like I said, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but I do know that the people that I know that are handling the funds are 100% above board. I would trust them with money for my family,
yeah, same
and that's
here.
how I got to look at it. So,
Yeah. But thank you for coming up and checking on me. And
yes, ma'am. I've got some other
Well, I
things I'm going to go do and research. I've got
yeah.
a 280-page PDF file to read
Oh
on
my.
genealogy. Yeah.
So you're going to
Hey.
go live tonight?
I will sometime probably eventually. I was waiting till fellow creators that I work with, a couple of them weren't online, and I'm not gonna sit here and pull any bones because there's some people in here that were just in the chat I was in earlier. I was over on John Hinge channel. I've been a sub of his for a long time before I ever had a channel. That's another viewpoint out there. And he wasn't, just so everybody knows, he wasn't saying anything against the summer fundraiser. What he has said is that he hasn't been involved with the summer case, and that he doesn't think he will be anytime soon. Not because he's putting anybody down or anything else. He's just doing other cases. And
I don't know him. Who is that?
John Hinged.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been in true crime for quite a while.
Okay.
He has an issue with one creator, so due to
Right.
that, he's just staying out of it for as
Right.
much as possible. I know the background, but I'm not gonna. That's one of those things. If somebody wants to go and find it out, go ahead. Yeah. I'm not gonna get into that. That's a whole. Ooh, that's a whole can of worms. You don't want that one. Trust me.
No.
Now, you asked about it one time, and I think Miss Libby and I both told you that day. We'll just leave that for another discussion. You would be really upset to get drawn into that, and there's no need. No need. You do well, Miss Sharon, and you're real good at just stating the facts and leading with your heart, and people knowing that you're here for the right reasons, and that's all that matters right now.
Yeah. Like I sit and doubt myself after every live, like, what did you really contribute, and I will analyze everything, and then I'll go over to your channel and you've researched and you're so over it information wise. But I tried to explain it on the marathon when I went up on their panel the other day. It's like I can absorb everyone's information plus what I find, and I'm like a backup voice, if you like, for all you guys. And I'll say, oh, guess what, guys, Nita's found this out and that out. And I just think it's fabulous that everyone can get along. And that's what I've been trying to promote for weeks, is the
Absolutely.
unity and sharing and supporting each other,
Absolutely.
And that's why I think it got to me so bad this morning, because I have been trying to do that since Chris McDonough's station went down. I just felt like I'd fell off a bike or something, It was really weird. But anyway, I feel heaps better
I just
now.
think I think we all as creators have something different and unique to add,
Yeah.
I just because I'm a research person, that just has to do with me and my personality.
Yeah.
I also have come from my heart with what I do. I think you offer a whole different perspective, and people come to you because they believe in you and they trust you and they know that you're honest and real.
Yeah. I try.
Sarah, it wasn't on John Crimes, it was on his Unhinged channel.
Yes, I don't know that at all.
Yeah, it was one of the comments from I think one of your members, Miss Sarah.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much for coming up, Nita.
Thank you, darling.
I just feel so much better now. I really do. I feel
glad.
rejuvenated.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I don't want to hear that you're going to shut your channel down, because myself and Libby and Mountain Girl and I can name my whole list of creators, and my Griffey would be very upset, that enjoy your channel immensely. And a lot of my sunshines are your subscribers. So
thank you.
We would like you to keep it going. That's right. Lucas says we need you at Down Under Crime Talks. The 3 rainbows.
Yeah.
And Luca is a very analytical thinker, and she'll be very critical if she's telling you she likes you. That's a good positive thing, I promise.
Luca, you have to show Nita the TikTok little video you did for Jody Sue the other day, because it is amazing, Nita. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen that one. Miss Luca sent me that one. I've seen a couple of her TikToks. She's doing a great job, isn't she?
She really is. I played it about 6 times, I think, didn't I, Luca? Because it's really cool the way it's promoting Jody Sue's hand signals for DV.
And that's a great idea.
I know. And the way she's done the video was outstanding. So she said she thinks you have it. She might have emailed it to you, because she emailed it to me Saturday night. But yeah, it's really cool.
I'll double check, Luca. I didn't get anything new in yet, but I guess where I was off the grid so much because in Morristown, I didn't have signal at all where I was lost for about 2 hours. So.
Oh, no.
No, Luca, you do not go to file 13. I'm still in the process of reading your updated one on the orange soda. So, nope, you absolutely do not.
Anyway.
She does some great research too, Miss Sharon.
She loves it, doesn't she? Yeah. I wish I had time, but with the 2 girls, it's just so hard to manage time. I've always been hopeless with it too, because I'm a little bit scattered and I get distracted really easily. Like I can walk into a room and just totally forget why I'm there. So
Yeah. Oh, and just to let you guys know, I received and I'm still receiving everybody's pictures and videos from the vigil.
yeah.
And Griff is helping me put those together all into one file and one like smoothly edited video, along with we're gonna pick parts out of my tape, and we
Yeah.
are gonna play it and post it on the channel, and it won't be monetized. It won't have music, so therefore everybody will be able to share it
I love
Facebook, everything, because
yeah.
it's it's a testament. It's showing all of our unity together, all
Yeah.
around the world for this little girl.
I'll have
So
to
go ahead, Miss Sharon.
Oh no, I just said I'll have to send you my little video.
Yes, absolutely do. Anybody that has any, feel free. If you don't have my email, I'm sure you can email it to Miss Sharon here at Down Under, and she can forward it to me. We're hoping we have some press releases that are being issued with it once we get it done. And we're hoping that the news media will pick it up and we can get it to air. We don't care if it's your local station. We
Yeah.
don't care.
Mhm.
Anything is one more than we had before.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty, I'm gonna let you go and step off here. I've got a
Yeah.
child standing over me.
Oh, I've got to go and pick my two up. So thanks again, Nita, for coming up
You're
and
welcome.
talking with us. I
And
really
you guys
do.
have a great night, and I'll see y'all later.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Isn't she a sweetheart? Thank you so much, Nita. Really lovely lady. Yeah, I can't wait to see all that put together. Yeah, Emerald Flower, I was just worried that I don't like that cycle of mob mentality of people calling other people out as moles, and you're only here because you're getting information because you were over in Scott's chat or whatever. That is not the way adults behave. I don't respect it, and I think it's inciting negativity, and I'm not going to do that. And to see grown people do that, I was just gutted. Honestly, it was horrid, absolutely horrid. And I'm not going to feel bad or guilty or shamed because I go into Scott's chat or Tiffany's chat and that chat then turns on you because you see it happen over and over again. Oh, I seen you in such and such's chat. What are you doing over here? Like, oh my God, who got time for that? I don't, and I'm not going to do it. And if one person says something to me like that in a chat, God help them, because I think I will lose my shit. We're all here for summer and this whole cause. Let that other shit just go. Move on. Grow up. I was put into Night of Vigil. You are needed. We need more channels like yours. Oh, I don't think, and like I've never professed to be an investigator or a journalist or anything like that. I just like to discuss and share and keep her name out there. And if we can all unravel this ball of whatever it is together and support each other and love each other, that's what it's about for me. And that's why I get so anxious when there's all that other noise in the background, because it's too much. And how is it good for each individual? Like, people don't understand how it affects your body and how sick you can get from like stress like this. Okay, so if it was happening to your child at school, or it did happen to your child at school, and they were being bullied, because seriously, it is no different than being in 3rd grade when there's a little tiff in a school ground group. It's exactly the same thing. And maybe that's why it triggers me and I get so anxious about it, because, you know, everyone has that experience at school. And if you never, ever did, not once, you're so lucky. But I've even had it happen in my sewing groups. And you know who were the worst instigators, believe it or not, in this group of women were the retired school teachers. I could not believe it. That grown women, like we had this one lady who used to come, and she had a bit of a like learning social disability, and she wasn't like well-to-do and stuff like that. And she just moved to town, but she was lovely and so giving, and, you know, wanted to learn more about patchwork and stuff like that. Well, this other group, they would send a piece of paper around the tables for who wanted what for lunch, but wouldn't let this lady put anything down. Like they did it on the sly, if you understand what I'm saying. So I just refused to order anything, and I would take the lady across the road to the cafe, and she said, "Oh, aren't you going to go with the group for lunch?" And I said, no, I don't feel like what they're having today. And I never, ever let on to her what I knew. And we would go over to the cafe, we would get our takeaway lunch, we'd go next door and get to the newsagents, get the latest patchwork magazines, and we'd go back to the shop to sit and stitch for the afternoon. And I couldn't handle the fact that these grown ass women, ex-school teachers, were treating someone like this. And I went to the store owner and said, I'm not happy that they're bullying this lady and shaming her. And she's not even aware of it, like the lady that they were doing it to, because she was a little bit intellectually, you know, she wasn't aware of what they were even doing. And to me, that was even sadder, you know. So I don't like it, never have, and I will stick up for anyone who's getting a raw deal in that way, because it's not okay. And I've parented my kids and my grandkids exactly the same way. You do not behave like that, ever. So they know, like our 2 granddaughters we have with us full time now, you know, they wouldn't dare come home and say that, oh, you know, we picked on, they just wouldn't do it. And yeah, but that's why I just felt so bad this morning, because I just don't like it. And I want to be me, and I don't want to be told who I can talk to and who I can't talk to because someone else doesn't get along with them. It's just not how the world should be. I didn't even say anything. She took what I said the wrong way and all went crazy. I'm 40 years old. I have never witnessed such rubbish. I was embarrassed for myself, sat on my couch. Oh, Sarah. It's just ridiculous. I just don't. We're going to talk about summer, and we're going to keep going with the reward fund links. And I don't even know what they've decided to do now, whether they're going to continue with the marathon or whatever. But I will be, oh, God damn, I'm supposed to be going to school tomorrow. Look out, kids. I've got 2 days a week starting again tomorrow for my teacher's aid certificate. So I'll be there for 5 hours, but I'll either come on straight after or straight after dinner anyway. Because I will miss you all. I haven't been on since Saturday night and it felt like a week. There are teachers at my son's school who has teachers pet and ignore or treat. Yeah, and if they say they don't have pets, oh my God, they're telling you porkies, because it's quite obvious that teachers do have pets or personalities they're more drawn to. And it's usually the brainy ones. Anyway, guys, I better go and do something because it's nearly time to go and pick up the 2 little darlings. And then they've got the gym and, oh dear, the runaround time. And thank you all for coming in and supporting me and letting me have me rant. And, you know, this is why I'm not going to close my channel, because mentally I couldn't. I'd go even more insane because you guys are awesome. And I really, really do appreciate all of you. And yeah, we'll watch some more of Pre-Gardens of America tomorrow and catch up a bit more, because apparently there's lots more to come. She called me from Discord thinking I was someone else. I couldn't get her off the phone. Yeah, that was just all messy. I totally got what people were saying though, because I was seeing it from my own eyes. Yeah, I will, Luca. I'll stay positive. I just think it was all the emotion built into it. Like I was just saying to Anita, it would, both prayer vigils were done, like they were finished, and then the marathon come to an end, and it just felt sad to me to begin with, and then all the rubbish started. Like I didn't know about the last 10 minutes of the fundraiser until I woke up my time this morning, and I was like, what the hell? So it was just a bit of a shock and disbelief that it had turned out like that, which I haven't even seen yet because they took it down apparently. So anyway, yeah, that was the thing, Justice. That was my thing, because she did it on she done it on the fundraiser all last week, and then got up at the vigil, and that was the first thing she said again. But each to their own, I guess. You know, maybe she didn't realize it was coming across like that. I don't know. Yes, I love you all too. Thank you, Shannon. I really do. Thank you so much for sticking around and making me feel better. And I will talk to you all tomorrow, and we'll have some fun tomorrow, because I'll do it on the laptop, and then I can show you all the quilts and all that sort of stuff that we're doing. Okay, thanks guys. See ya.